minutes past 1 na enefi enedwo na kutansa bosome na yewumi ne da etoso aduonu baako aye afi empinu aduonu enum na memanti dwumadie ne de bremo na dwumadie mi amedi ho kyea me yefre me ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma panyini kwadwo da me ado na as usual dwumadie sini na ato a ohyehyɛ ede ebaaye no fase majori osei agiman na ebonichi dom owo mi akuafiri yie obahima na ono nso so wasabese mrante kwa mienu na technical production no abna frema abankro ya beba panyini na ono nso so wototo na ya baabi owo ne nkropon twedi ampon ebo akoda yi ho ban na mechiawo na fe yemfa aseda so emfa ema engineering team no achu agbo worker kwatiakwa na jare na nabuaje na dasankunoma estanmrane da nyina se sempro na fe facilities team no big solo ana dada na Godfred ya friend Ubrana yaw ana Sami Mapuna na DJ Bosco na Milson so yasanmrane se tetai na jese bibia akokama ede amayen na die ne womu facilities team na face so ya na asommrane no ane se chicha kakra ewo ho ena democrat animu nsem kakra na enyan no so no eno so ewo ho interviews mienu miensa enso ho na yababo modene aso ne yetimi abie phone line no so na yaba bedwendwene ensem kakra eho a efa oman no ho na yedhunu ba bia die fufu ebekọ akọ na chichai panyini ko da me nti chicha no ana yebehunu se de yesi afa ede aka no nti yanhwe na yansan emra biem na yankoy eho
what's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This
Neat 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, July 21, 2025. And time just about gone 1:30 1:30 first interview no Emra na Yentimi and Lay Foundation no for further discussions. Na no in say MPP Amanyoko say wo hwede up to 220,000 persons ebekwa akoto aba akoyi anipa obey candidate ede ama Amanyoko MPP no na annual delegates conference also achese mramu no afibia no also mo ye delegates conference na delegates conference omo ye no omo processes ombekomu but there are instances that omutimi ye extraordinary annual delegates conference and into no there is a clear difference between extraordinary delegates conference and annual delegates conference. This one omo ye extraordinary delegates conference no ma ye former information minister former morning man as myself member of parliament for Ofuasia Yirebi Vincent Kwadwo upon Nkrumah. Honorable Yamwaha.
We de me dey sha da kampa no aboyo.
Pojuba. Honorable, now what you saying?
Nyame adumo na so e.
Right, kakra. Yadu bedin kuma kakra efa programmer a course so last weekend na fe no body corporate MPP so no how to achieve unity and cohesion. Na fe din kuma kakra so the afa constituency so Right. Tell us 6,000 out of 200 possible 220,000 persons. Say ye din shiemu ewo Legon Stadium. Omo antics, womu behavior, womu hailing. Does it affect the majority of the 220 persons abeto banana?
Maminchia we tie for we. Enye about affect, but rather when dimu no bujina omo de ba conference no. Atre bi anko 4 person omo convince omo say omo ya delegate to omo so omo conference no. Omo views and reflected the views of omo I war constituency ni mo omo dimu nti na omo ba conference no. Enye no kre. Omo ya delegate to omo so omo conference no omo gina constituency bi anem omo na yempeni for constituency bi mu. Ya constituency for kano eno na omo de baba ye adwuma wa ase. Meaning say bimo is not of interest in the idea. They very much want to believe say you created this impression say delegates bear 6 to 7,000 no or more again and reflected there on the ground. So here my Koko report you call around the whole country. You're seeing and near man 9 and a boy from 2024. Bako a hoche buy any near my binding year send or they saw no and we pay a bribe pakoto abano. The Bonibeka say policy interventions no na and yes satisfactory to the majority of people. Bakuni say party for be so etna fear or man beto abani be claiming say ye koyadi or party ni mo nipa kakra bi ne koshe dem kokoye omo yen for mo nka ho nti nyesa omo mfo ade aye no so but omo so omo hu mu bi ankeye na adodode bi omo a obi enya bi nti the question was quite better which me first to expand the electoral colleges no na decision making bodies of the party no na yenya more ownership of the decisions ba ko etoso me nsane say party no they are boni friend of corporate governance kwaya ye faso ye tutu party ni niema any discipline or party ni no na ohwa atosin wo baby bebre obi so a party boss or a cassette party no by heart obi so a party boss or a name or ye and some fata party ba so be obi an country obi e wo say ye ko take decision bi o kan pani bi a be hwe ni mpempen so be a wadu I was a member of Council of Elders here in Fanankan. Into corporate governance and discipline, Edienya. Tiano so see to me share. And sana finally operations of the party. Dani Juma no near me to see we are called police station executive, not to Kumasi, so na police station no was Siri. Obi Ubeko police station, we know no ne yere in Banqua Amafa executive snafa. Obi assistant secretary ni wa ye mane acte tinsem be nema 4 we say ena na touchma nti ye proposed amendment say party form for proposals over 300 proposals na buy ye tinga na nyinara esi nkonwa committee na ye adwuma ye bo so me miensa na ye kire na ye adwuma no ye team ye adwuma na ade nyina wie ye no e be wie say over 300 proposals no the simplify no money be do by 50 motions. In fact, 56 motions. 56 motions, no, so we're sending a delegate no to Abana. And kept if say no more kind motions, no. Maybe or na omni committee in yarding. Maybe or omni committee in yarding. She do baby omni committee in yarding. I bet it's a stadium who you now be at him. No. Kind we no man starting. No, someone tell say. Out of 56 motions, now about 54 and a pass here 2 and pass it because of mobile no maka emotions na new delegates na dey din komo is obi ka say influence dey on the ground rather they on the ground no and they influence the on baba here our delegates conference no mobile
enti yetie the all kind there it just says a normal for no a di part ninya at the last election no and no na in seeking to overturn and then bring about a positive corrosion no enti amendments we say it may by so we decipher amendments here we can talk about inclusivity we can talk about party cohesion we can talk about operations and ways and means in achieving your goals at the end ni kan na yenhwe eventually 54 out of 56 you know has it brought about inclusivity temu nyina no obia ano ewo mu bi anase exclusivity
the amimi hu ne say the inclusivity no eba in we pay isan say yetna see nkunya ye conduct research ni na no your recommendation pa ne say ye party no mu de friend one man one vote just obi bi o ye party ba o kura card a otua ni dues ye kwa kochira dwen a also to be kochira bi say koto national executive so flag bearer o de ben o once o ye party ba o kura card a otua ni dues no e wo say na no dru dwom and the my timeline say 2028 I will see drew if it is abria copy 2028 na near me was ye edi kan police station registrations ahodo nyina I was ye etosumienu police station validation and yes obi aba be ka say me MPP ni mu nchiro me din keke na cheso MPP ni because be na be fa so validate am hu say no correct osumesi ana obenti o MPP ni iwe ni e print register na exhibition of the register we have issuance of cards. The amount who and fear by me actually compare by me and say, and Fenya said, you might win na we and by the time I be do by 2028. No, now you do one man, one vote. And in many years, you beam by 40% or more. You bet to me the and Sasha James and we know me MPP for into former constituency executives, former regional executives, former members of parliament, former ministers of state, or card-bearing members of the party, former MMDCs, test conform penning for into groups are sebe into a general and your boss we mo de bit me the inside James or me people one. It won't in our account. That you give by 40%. You know 100% near PC dre 1 man 1 vote. I don't make us say am I home fear by me and say to near man do. But the IAE a fear see the significant level of inclusivity no ever. You heard him say Twaswa could do 2028 na ibedu ono na fear 100% inclusivity and can we be any na obi o your party ba okra card o tua ni dues bia no ye kira dwan wa den wa kiri bi
na ye ken nipa eba ebebe hia mu ama omatimi ababe ye sa motions ya me hunu say reforms no ana on course ye no would you say their numbers almost a representative of the entire membership of the MPP if we go about this logic of inclusivity?
Me patron ai Ghana na ye wom ne be 33 million and so say ye per delegates akotena baby akodwen Ghana ho ye 276 per and they are representative of the 33 million. They don't go good and be more on Christ Stadium and chair friend of parliament. And they are representative. MPP ku kesiye na nipa be fane se anya hwekra nipa be 6 million se die and ibetimi aka se omo odo e de maye no. Ye yi mu be 220,000 as executives across the country. So 20,000 or more delegate to so mumra conference and take a decision or me a move 7,000. That is very significant. And to a representative.
Yani former information minister and honorable member of parliament for Fonsia Yoruba in the eastern region, a Pojuba Koju upon Kroma and a Komo on 3 thematic areas. A year or more conference or more year, nano weekend year. afei no body corporate MPP as a whole no normal bia ewo mu a ninim di owo no betimi aka bi di akyerɛn afei no some questions on the constituency. 2 more questions on the program one more year no nani. Yeah, honorable member ti ken no inclusivity no said was actually me the nature say you are on course, but then when everybody comes on board, everybody is head, then we begin to think about cohesion. How does this 40% achievement of what you propose to do in what me achieve no, how do you marry our proposals with issues of cohesion?
Cohesion de e o si edikan editum na nkabo nkomo na o si edikan editum se wo ku a nipa ba ko edi anim mfie dunsia se otena no pa sa panini ni ho a akonya na to no adehye bepre adehye epre no ebi gina tachi echi ebi gina ba echi ebi gina osomesi echi obi gina obenti echi nti enye ku kese ba ko da te sese na nam fitiase na te no nemom se yetumi edikan eyi nia obedi akonya no na ono so bɔ no homoden hwɛ na ɔto nsa frɛ nkaifo ni na ne keka ho bɔ mu a yebetumi aka ye ho abom sɛ abusua baako sabre opani a wadi anim mfie dunsia adodanko akufo ado oni akonya so no ɛnokre obia sɔre anopa no hwɛ no ho ahwehwɛ mu a susu sɛ ono so odi akonya ni bi ankɛyɛ nti onya kakra na ɔne ne titafo aka bom sɛ oyeso yate ho wa yeso yate ho saa ne bɛba no na sɛ yanyere ye ho ya mpɛ nsiana mu ntamu a ɛno na afi bo sɛ saa mpapa mu no ɛbɛto aso a ɛbɛdu bere sɛ yɛkɔ akɔto aba no kora na ɛnya ntum nti yɛka ho bom anya yi International Council yɛkɔ meeting no council bobo so na council sɛ hwɛ pam no otwa no by January 31st 2026 there moma yenyi nsiana mu a ɔno yɛde party ne franka be kora no sɛ uni anim ne yɛnkɔsa 2028 yɛyɛ ne saa mpapa mu sɛ me na me wo we afa me na me wo we afa no we afa no saa brɛ no ne yɛato awie tie no no ne firi hɔ na de aka ne sɛ party no yɛbɛyɛ nka bom ho adwuma ne yɛnya mfie miɛnsa sɛ yɛka yɛ ho de abo ɛno yɛ first point. Second point so ne sɛ party no koraa hɔ na yɛ party titina ni hɔ na yɛ party pani ɛyɛ ampa sɛ flag bearer na yɛ the leader of the party anaa sɛ ɛyɛ ampa sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnyɛ obi a yɛwɔ abɛn mu yɛni abɛn mu ɔno yɛ leader of the party nti wobɛhu sɛ constitution amendment yɛ baako ne sɛ ɛsɛ yɛayɛ ne pi ɛsi so dua sɛ chairman of the party no ɔno yɛ leader of the party yɛwɔ opposition yɛwɔ abɛn mu ɛsono party no ɛso aban party no na ɛwo aban no aban na ba no na nkyerɛ sɛ sɛ yɛakye party na hyɛ aban no yam na party no ntumi nka no adwene biom na aban no na afei ɔbɛkyerɛ party no deɛ ɔnyɛ da bi enti yɛ designated leader of the party ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa disciplinary structure so a yɛhia sɛ sɛ obi koraa di aniamɔ ho sɛm a yɛtwe na so ɛyɛ yie koraa mpo na afei ntokuro di dɛm no yɛmiamiem nti sɛ yɛyɛ more disciplined na yɛnim yɛ leader ne yɛyi flag bearer ntɛm a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛ steady stage no for nkabom anaa cohesion na adakabra wo bisa ho asɛm no saa bere ɛmmae obi a ɔbɛka sɛ aba saa bere ɔboa ɛmmae ba yɛfi adwuma no ase sɛ yɛtoto nneɛma na ama nkabom no ayɛ yie nti saa bere a yɛyi leader clearly sɛ chairman na leader of the party saa bere a yɛagye atom sɛ January 31st yɛbɛtɔ abayi flag bearer saa bere a yɛ strengthened disciplinary structures no yɛde nyinaa yɛ adwuma a akyere so a by January ne deɛ na yɛwie bibia nka bom no astart yɛgyina ne nan so deɛ aka mu ne sɛ yɛn kyitafo a yɛwɔ akyire no sɛ menam support ɔdame ɛna wo na support ADAKABRI a ɛnkyerɛ sɛ yɛ atamfo sɛ ɛsi kɔkɔba ne dedema ɔm nyinaa ɔmo fi abusua baako mu nti sɛ yɛte aseɛ saa na meme nkasa ntia wo deɛ metumi ayɛ na mɛka na wo nkasa ntia m deɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ na wabɛka yɛbɛwie no ne yɛyi pani odi anim na ama asomdwoe so aba fie na afei cohesion a woka no ankyerɛ so afete bɛyɛ December de kɔyɛ anim no saa cohesion a yɛdɛn ayɛ adwuma
na kyerɛ sɛ said they're working now up to January 31, 2026. No, the party has more can say onerous responsibility to ensure say no maybe a bay or how be by January and the Nanka above form to the extent to say when you are able to install a flag bearer, then the flag bearer can move from there. What do you want to say?
Absolutely. So I know say and also interest say Yadiatum say 50 January 50 Sabre akusi January be pinten kakra nti na ebi mu so be fabro nya ho awe akoko. And say ebi mu ba be din say hunu keke because Yadiatum say ye were competitive period no. And no the obi bi obey sabia na say party mpenifo so. Say one also we a flag bearer or so we a den o and now we a flag bearer hopeful so we den. Not because of competition to be taking advantage. At him rational misbehavior. I was a party to meet in the Nancy form say, yeah, ma hopeful so indisciplined, say baby, you know, you can't party in the boom and ye. And it's a party in ya say, hey, we dear Ukoyeni say ye be an anetita for I say no, better so don't I be see for my discipline. I hear you, ma. Sana me na, sana darocha muno do isa exmoye party na. Thank you, I'm to be. See, I was a party in Pennyforce do a Nancy form say yes. There will be competition. Will be a Ben agency won't follow rules now, no. Be quick to discipline that person. Now, one more back cast on follow no, almost follow rules. No party any discipline there. Into being going. So was a discipline here, Juma. Despite the fact that you be a competition.
I was said discipline here, Juma. Despite the competition, that takes us back to 2014 when another Danko Kufuado or San Regini a flag bearer shepono. Na if was Sutherland Park, Alan John Kojichi Martin then said cooperation after competition. You can then put it another way by saying yes, competition, but then such will be Fabrunya area panel. That brings us to operations. Say no operations DMU enya, and this time round no was set it no that there was a part in the year up to when by January 31, 2020. 6 be flag bearer no. Let's just say flag bearer no. Then continues from there. But then you mentioned say national chairman, leader of the party in opposition, national chairman, leader of the party in government. As it is now, current national executives, almost 10 enya and swing. So you are going to have a flag bearer and then have the current national executives in place. Now, national chairman incapacitation abem for which are my first vice and acting chairman. So tell us how you propose to see the MPP moving forward when you have selected the flag bearer and then the acting chairman, that is technically the first vice, remains the leader of the party.
Difference beyond party party in a creative platform na a candidate or the co-election The fact that we are candidate interest and we won't party so. In fact, so I part of the amendments. You say campaign no advisory council no chairman no national chairman. And I assign so a pretty closer connection between campaign no and a national party no, because a party no they use so we a flag bearer. Inti chairman of the party no obe continue and obe to also no the leader of the party. Why you as flag bearer no? Obe chichire and now be proposing campaign structure. We propose we are the betre party no. Yeah, the council, crama council, a bless it. Campaign structure obey chairman of the advisory committee of the campaign structure no crano national chairman. It's a party ni dimu franka na ukran. It's a benye uwe busi franka na ukra. MPP franka. It's a the franka na ma se fakodi enimu ye kokwa. I will say yeah party for no. Yeah, what a say in it. The chairman will continue to be chairman. Party structures will continue to work. And also campaign no. What structure and senior also say now they are about their party Additionally, no so no. Yeah, amendments be and media no cranny amendments are many we motion number 26, motion number 27, motion number 30. ADAKABRI first no. You will be as flag bearer we are. Ebeka so be in senior me akoto aba. No say what manifesto committee anambwa. Me ankasa kra last election we say na me vice chairman of manifesto committee. I feel the manifesto committee no court na say na to adwin ti we enye ne sen. If you are near the manifesto and I say ye ni so ade hu say ye to abama ya ye be ni. Party ni nyansem party ni say e no de yesa ye koso yesa ye be catchre. Ye be catchre because every award ADAKABRI ye to ma wono. Ukrampo no wakuma mu pa no wo no ye leftist. We are leftist, we are socialist. Yes, your party, a liberal conservative party, a right of center. Ye jawa ebe so ko jina ho afi ideas a wodi bebo mani na leftist ideas. Ye to mo wi a wakwa ko jina abemu na ototo niema wo de leftist idea wo ototo niema wi a afi bo so ababebu aka yesim. Ye kire mo enye yi. Enti ye wo say ye as a party ne ye wo policy directorate as a conservative party, your views on major national issues. Your opposition more, your abemo, you're actually driven by our values. In the conservative party to say, liberal conservative party to say, so you per se you're free, universal, compulsory basic education. What do we think is the principal position of CFA? Your fair new year, you're to Obama flag bearer, they are showing such a as a party in your view, ni corner walk on way now, what is our view on healthcare, universal health coverage? What is our view? Is it our view as a conservative party say, yen cancel health insurance premium, and be and premium, na yen taxi amount for health insurance? And I say, is it our view as a conservative party say, even health insurance tax, and I say health insurance yen taxi yen chem, na rather than be and premium? What is our view as a conservative party? From a policy point of view, flag bearer, this is our position, our party penning for local and international over the years. Now if we are say policy directorate no crano, there was a sector committees, and a share policy directorate. That's it. The sector committees, first now say MPs in Kwana also no. Say you BM by the amendments, say, and by your MP, say, what committees no so you be found. If you saw MPP for kuku dam by Tisadi and Asi in the Roma can taken as a principal position now. Don't come out ADAKABRI a flag barrier, ye their senensa, or their quack or ye juba. And at the Tosumi and son, and he say, Nancy, your co-conference of FBR, a percent sector committees no, or my dream normally your position papers aba. Na sa position papers no ye dia babe conference nim dentia sende ye opposition na se sene NDC aban toto wo de fa ne se galamsey ye ni nyi ho a ye ba conference a ye sector committee on land e kuku damfo nyina kirechiro madwema ye dia ba conference MPP ye position paper on galamsey fight na nu ni eno no china ADAKABRI o wini wi a o manifesto no ejina so ye ba bem na okofa osumesi ana obentin as minister now the man no kwhye wona oye ne troka ye ba conference a yanka se be san ka conference ye position on galamsey ni the minister net oye ndie we can recognize it the ntwe ma ne meyeka ansa na ababa ya asemo ama party ni nyina o these three amendments na ya very significant in the sense to see party nankasa be take a position in policy. Now, ochina obi beye yi party ne frank etumia sebe nyado nyo nkwa na dwen ani pa ba ko sabe tumi akata nyankopon ani nyo nkwa na dwen na unse party na tribe yi doctor bi wo university bi o say ti party we am do party pa se ne nyina ni made we ho asem e ba ne se na mpanifo kwotran kwototo ade we tro kansa obi anyi ya dwen ye nya ba bi anka yeso bitumi akere ya dwen ti se ya solve obi adwen bebam e de pia nipa kro na okọ no ti okojina ho a se benya me kwadwo na me beka se me de nka me susu se we nka ye nya ni se yo me kojina ho a e de party mpanimfo adwen ayi ade we se ye ni se ya ye na beboae enno enna ye de be adwuma no so betumi ama party fo ya tawchi se de awoka no ye nyina e ade a ya gi atum nti these amendments na beboa ma policy no so emu ayedu na nyame ya dom na Ghana for edom ye ema ye tumi biom se ye mbe so mo ma ye adwuma ye be ye no akododo akoma so
we can say women's pillar 2 or say peer more peer for honorable upon Kroma Monicasa. Now me no so dear. Me no notwithstanding our current position for your former information minister. Me send the information minister ne ma. Also so wo person di nti also so wan correct me. And also so to as that. It me no nyina ye petie for chow. You are indeed the former information minister. Now, it is say you share a year amendment 26, 27, and 30, no dear. Is it fair for any political pundit to suggest to say it's going to be vision versus charisma? You are rather going to have the flag bearer with the charismatic antics obey me as sue votes the amam rather than having a visionary flag bearer. What do you make of that?
Mecca said a no accurate description. And yet a choice between the two. Wo charisma ne vision nyina hu here. But it cannot deviate from the party's philosophical position. Conservative Party, you see, it's a small government, you have less regulation, you have free market, you have a stable economy. Me papa could for the Biabekan as say creating and enabling the environment. Because those philosophies are clear. Private sector is the engine of growth. Sa philosophical positions, you know. And no na ye pesi a teacher in ye. And ne akwalebi mekano any dim. Akwalebi si o MPP. Who beside say de ntina o MPP a. Wudi yonim.
Osi ya woni tumu.
Ya woni tumu. Akwalebi o NDC. Who beside say de ntina o NDC o si onyom ne me de queen mahama queen na any de. What is the philosophical reason for which uko basri and uko rumai? Say kwa sorry a. So for preaching we are, you see, ujidi anything, and I'm a profession of faith. What is your faith? Yeah, Christopher, say we believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, His only Son, our Lord, who was born of the Virgin Mary, conceived. You better ni natural. The MPP ujidi anything. I did na ye chichani ye. Now, yet they are formulated policies. Church now who be a flag bearer, you don't deviate from that. And just a womb for vision be about. Also do vision be about vision now the baban who be building on the idea, not to deviate from it.
Right. You. Honorable Kojo upon Kuman now. You share two questions on the MPP as a body corporate bigger MPP picture no. And then a Dankrofano. Oh, MPP, Omuma, MPP, Omuma, MPP, Omuma. Next, the accusations and allegations against former appointees, you know, without technically anybody being convicted and sentenced of any purported crime, you know. A man for MPP ma MPP Emma. What does MPP propose to do about statements and for MPP maybe me?
Me follow two sides. One omoka, and a two yen omoka chere. Mekai 2017, 2018. You winning power. No being winning power by almost 1 million votes margin that. Ghana. Professor Mills Crow winning before them, so the 30,000 winning here. You were Mahama, I'm saying 100,000 or so not doing it. No being winning be that close to 1 million, no being winning be that. The two abani we send na yura mama ya bro na breni sumpa o kai da o ye concession speech no na mobo MPP for that time na ya no o NDC de egu o mba power da NDC egu mahama de wie no ye koyenim kofo hwe niema kofo ti niema no. The people of Ghana came to a view say NDC for lessons be yes we are handle name maybe manan so many. Into the stones that the builders rejected, no, and no na Ghana for kofa buy and ne Ira Mahama or no bro and be 2 million euro. Into one of my didn't chance MPP no unimuwa Hena. Acquire NDC, it me fast to reorganize and ne a lot of first time voters. There was a time my NDC didn't be and peso beti. So we mo kufo we are on the bone conform my memo ball my deja. They say doom so for we money at the end. And then the average first-time voter occur in DC. That's what the results of the election tells us. Because someone to me reorganize here. So we NDC near matrimony there's MPP. Yeah, starting exercise. We have a conference here. Yeah, say your problems. We have a theme. I see rebuilding together. Yeah, boy, we are correct your mistakes. When you make us say mature, near man I try correct. So as soon as you are your MPP more, and they are called as a footballers, you are called ball, you share a base 0. And they are ba. As an I bar, we blame defender, we blame goalkeeper, we blame coach, we blame we see striker na sapa na wo boy across banner setting out to more. Inti say ya na be kakra. But the here ni say e juada no pay about to pitch na atna say. E say then e call wrong ahun Brazil. Ya ji atum say Obia play the part. Send Obia play part in the victory no. San Obia play part in the defeat no. Ti then I make with you meet me asef. Yeah, we are constituency chairman we to me asef. And then wow, now we are a chief executive will be to me.
Honorable, you know what you ye kakra de amame pacho.
Pacho temika.
Yes, clear now.
Aha. Into the reforms and you be to me SUA free mo. Into sa reforms ni na one yisua na two afie de ye juma. And no ena ebeboama by the time of 2028 ye kwa kotono. The stones that again the people rejected no. And also to me about the cornerstone at the Amagana for ejina yen yeso. So to hear some of the speeches, I mean person mebo dimana yes mema one particular person credit. But speech back up and it be my say yen sooner yesua lessons ni film. Na ye to me edi no krema Ghana for a GD pass and panko for almost bibi ewum. Oma correct your mistakes. Into your more opportunity. MPP in the Ghana for pay. So muji edi say yesua bibia on be my opportunity. Na say me my abeti soon and nam say yanye bibia wrong, na bibia you okay. Yanye bibia wrong, na bibia you okay. Sa dia. Ghana ni na one bambe to ban. Obeka chance nkofo mo munsua bibia wo defeat ni mu. Into me ha me hu konkoto ma wo. But it me ma Ghana for who say yesua bibi. Ebi na make sure to say ye reforms motion 26, motion 27, motion 30. Mrs. say minya break a metro article pa about it I publish it because MC be uncofon shedante as here. It me magana phones party is so monsieur bibi or policy formulation mo. Ombeji ye dia my opportunity no. Na sa opportunity no ye bansa say ye di hunia mama ye more opportunities in the years ahead.
Then we go on to a social media so and a new media go for it me so at the account or massimi na narrative for who could you upon chroma what they are to for me what share even your social media online people are even writing so your upon chroma should be speaking more for MPP. Your upon chroma should be speaking more for the MPP. It means to say you are making sense to certain persons or more ATO. Now, can say a dear been training and mode Emma a nipa be purportedly or more MPP no more casa our social media so now they appear dismissive of otherwise MPP members nibia modern numbers na year juma. I read something from Kofi Omamba page all Bibia John Saba Etroye now quite dismissive of first Alan Martin, second Kennedy Japan, and I'm all like I'm going to also Dr. Baumia Grana. Do you need to dismiss people like that with such words, glorifying Dr. Baumia and dismissing and more or less, or castigating others, At the end of the Kennedy Japan Grana, at the end training Amodema a year pennyforno. Social media say they should write and play by the narrative we are working upon Kroma or they air to way, especially the 4 areas I'm free say yam from so am correct now within 3 years the person more year in terms of who can be included in the voices for MPP no dear training amodema or my social media no so
Adakabre enye social media nko social media, radio, TV, car mu kasa, on any number for 40 ho crampus in a kasa, polling station kasa. A quick crassy, your baby a friend of parliament. Baby, I cotton, cotodamica cracodin como, ye kasa. And on a middle call, she say, ye values, and penifona a te, a kuna ne, also a kuna ne friend MPP no. Yan call any bibi crane nim say, you could first na friend MPP, unimza.
Aye.
In fact, yan call any biuka UPA, omunima de crop.
Mm.
Yan call any biuka UGCC, cra oka pa willia, omun nimno. Sa for no fiti pa willimu time. Fiti sa 1947 na bedru 1991. In fact, what the Mame Panko 1989-90 me bank crime first. Me papa kwa Nkrumah no mo say omuko club ye friend no Dankwa Buzia club meeting. That time I started political activity. Mpenifoni na ye obi be a friend of values. Where the boy mekakra values ni twi no e bia je say obo amekakra.
Oh, say ya chance to die bia na esie ni so.
Eni swadi hu bi ya chance to die bi senia ye boy ye bra. Yesuni ye buying, ye values, yesuni ye buying. Values now penifoni tete part sa sacrifice, selflessness, service, integrity, community. Sa values na fiti pa grant mo time ma bedu abetedu wan mo time. Yere chichire eku na ni diyan sesa different times na and your friend MPP no. Yen kwala ni bebre nim sa values no. In fact, ye conservative party. Ye liberal conservative. In fact, ye full conservative. Ye liberal conservative. Right of center as a party. The Ghanaian community no krampona ye womuna ye politics no. Saying ye ni penny kasa. Sa values we ni na no. No kwenya me over the years no. Ya ye kwen kakra. Enunti na party in penifo dream ye ka say yente Suku be a friend of Patriotic Institute. Na obi bia wo pesa we party ejuma so we polling station executive ana electoral area ana constituency ana region ana national no e was anye require who take some of the courses in the Patriotic Institute. So also we MPP executive fiti polling station. Na unim your friend is saying fiti pa wili bedu unim Victor Uzo abakosem unim Dankwa abakosem unim Dombo unim selflessness. The value of selflessness ni po da ne di Dombo no ko betumi the leader of parliament or here say na ekonosi there be me di me ho agina nchen.
In fact, share Dombo selflessness, just to buttress your point, na just 1956 elections that time a bus United Party no ejine mu no. Or no at the of the 36 seats United Party ni no. Dombo at the 16 na a buy. It na individual obi a party or the buy no obi a member so the buy na ne de any dawson. Nanso would defer to Dr. Kofi Abrefa Buzia. A deputy to Buzia, when in fact or no, and the more members about household.
Into you can selflessness as a value now. Don't go on if you. Maybe answer a question no. Make us say young Kwalani be bring him all of these things. And one said, then we are the new Patriot. Uko the other side so where Mahama Queen Mahama Queen. Into values na yirayen. Ayirayen tino. Akwala bi tumi ko gina baby no kra se mo o ka no eni die mu ni ntiase no isa enu nti ni ati Patriotic Institute say pese obia efamu kakra na uti bibia se no china no ko gina baby na se ukoto se obi se adenti na MPP as ekuo mugidi se wo se ye health insurance man kofo a what me actually mu say you can say property owning democracy ni history no na se kire ne say edi kan ye pese ankora tumi bone bra enye ni sika eye ne japade na ye pese wono mu a eni bi so no o man no tumi so o masen property owning democracy with two sides It's science or mine be so machine in the social programs. Eba be so they only be asin enuntina Kofi Abifra Buzi abaye no or the rural housing program bae se wono mu a enni bi wo nkurase ne ade no sen ne betumi abo no so ye bi di tie de ato na nkoye atakwa medan ana se de bia na the bricks na aye ne dan so inti or the rural housing program bae the even rural fence ni roofing programs bae eno na ajekum kufo bae the same property owning democracy. The second part, no car send a sadia, no course, but to mean to an bills, no, yemfa health insurance, bra. So, what the values na sia? Obi China Dream, want to mean trans social media and castle, sub, one more, or find a class 7 soho. Obe castle, or penny, ebia yatina, with the no nyaja, now penny say, and I say. Inti, I was say, ye go through an exercise of training, yen call for a person no me adwuma nyina no motive values na se eti history na se a adwuma ne beye mre so man ti ase na se aniso ya na ye de a ebi mo feel say politics na beye ne ye be peska ebi feel say politics because service na yira service no ayira nti ubi so obi osi o ye ba ye kra no mi nya hwe. But so to service na see obi say yambe pehwe yo ye ba say ye be so ukọ pa wili mu tama omo ti UDC ya omo say the principle of self determination nyankopon ahira ya kakra ba ye nsem na wo say yankasa no ye tumi determine bebia ye bedu ndi ye ntena se makwasi broni determine maye bebia ye nkodu the principle of self determination o kawie no saka kan wo say ye build the capacity in this order.
Oh. Honorable Pacho line so. Nti yene honorable Kojo Ponkroma na AD ye enkomo. Nti yen hwe say e betimi asan raising back onto the line na two questions at the concern. Right. And to Honorable Hannah already upon this issue of realigning the core values. No? Quite unfortunately, we are having challenges raising him back onto the line. Into akabibika krebia or the best also de ama yene na yashe said the yene Kwaju Oponkroma. We need to call him again onto the line. Francis has said so. Also, these guys speak sense when they are in opposition. There's one more in near Bemwa, almost some more can. A tour assume nature said, "You upon Kumasamo can." A ton assume. I say, Mystic Wonder advocate inside in Soma Dream. Or say the MPP is not an alternative because the party is in comatose, in state of confusion, suffering from leadership crisis, and the center cannot. Ghana is going the right direction under the able leadership of tried and tested John Dramani Mahama and what they buy, yeah. Or say right, yet me I raise honorable Kojo Ponkuma back onto the line. Now we on training for people who propose to speak on behalf of the MPP on all sectors of the media. Honorable Mingusuntiwe.
And to that the American say into say yetumima yenuanom ne enkola ne bebre ete ye history ye philosophy as there ochna odi nkomo ba bi kra say social media o say TV so radio so ana o te parliament kwagwani ase ana house to house campaign krampa o de santi ase no ne values no ene be ye adwuma na ma ya sema to obi akoma so eno ne asema na make
now finally at the constituency level and the roads ekwan na obia eka eho asem ofonso ayirebi yehwe odan kwantanum va odan school odan kwanta abnase up to ofonso ne ayirebi ekwan ne te san ofonso ne ayirebi va kutokum to afusu ekwan ne te san ofonso ayirebi va pra bridge no so up to asante achem saf Miami Krui, see the Director General Kani, Nikrumo Banka, a quantity to saying of once you be va Akukwasi Junction up to Akukwasi, Quino at the same honorable Kaka Cratcher any.
You are a caravans and I may be DMP, no. Na acquire Abubosu in Nara name for two quite. Quire Abubosu in Nara name for two quite. Yamin Chadia may be DMP, no. Or da. In fact, my starting fee a yiribi kusi a dubiase. Yami adum, the train I in quota quine. A yiribi ABC of Fonse, ya in quota quine. Of Fonse ekusi akokwaso, ya in quota quine. Of Fonse ABC chia, ya in quota quine. Chia, FM1 ABC akokwaso, ya in quota quine. One way nimi and potem hono. First, not kedi quine a car and faso. Yami adum forest no mu yeka kwan fo frokra to wa na ofi akokwaso e ba kede a utumi fa ho brand new road fa wa bisi kede no afa olimfa aba akwati asan aba bedun kran fiti ofon ase ebedu odan na nkasa no yedi kan aye akanso quota first one no kra wo ho ne se ne yesi kasem wo form nti ye contractor no yentumi ntu ani nwie nti kwan na fiase etutu na otu be mi nsa be sinko mi amekoso DC fofra waba oba lenda mekoso ne nsa ema ye ba roads minister honorable agboja ho ye the contractor no ko say yenhwe na enye den yentua no kakra na to ekwan na fi ase etutu no yetumi aso anu ntem na adwuma kra ya ye no an say mi amikom anyina ase fiti anyina ase junction ebefa otwere so a bedu pra ho bridge no so a wudi wura new edubiase say. And also currently contractor ewo kwana so yefeno dambot a wire gota bibria over be fiase egusa side hono piti abanase junction efa muchia utabil ekopi akokwaso contractor eguso a last week me fa so bra ye kwa kusi twafo himfo for so last week me fa so no waye kota efi akokwaso a betra emsa kakra mo edu sukran waye kota ufi also bad any why base ni na onu se akase betua no na watumi atua so nti akwan de ya yebi ahyenyame ani onyam na yenwie ye meni menua ba NDCDC na waba no tena na meni menua ba ma MPPDC for ye adwuma epre akwan edi akire no saa so na meni menua ba we ono ye NDC ni ye bepre aye adwuma ahwe se akwan na aka no yebetumi aye ho adwuma ewie.
Okay. Na just more or less no ubie mo because kaneno na emumie sa na wo kan no from oda va abnase de ba ofuase ene ayerebi last NDC government na ye cocoa route na just cocoa board for na ehwa me aye minim de cocoa see udi free ofuase ayerebi e de fa ne nifa so no chia kutukum edeba afosono na ye cocoa rose now what's it matimi ayede awie no funding ben ye de kwan no if indeed at the last time no na ye cocoa roots are
we the government of Ghana finance ministry funding na me beji ya ye de koye sa akwani na ntina me ka say last one we say ye sign bank right ye call roads ministry say sika if you finance e ba no mini ato hwe na ye mfante in fact so be here that na ye discuss $360 million loan na abain person that and say financing facility no me draw my attention say omo no mfa me contractor need no ship nti en cocoa routes as government of Ghana ankasa ase na ye hwede ayesa route ni na highways
na would free of one say adura yirebi turning left onto the crossing the river pra the afan ni fa so de akọ banka no na wonam cocoa no ma na ehu kakra eno so kwan ne te san
eno de sese no yentumi nye ho adwuma eho ye praso kwan no yentumi nye ho adwuma ye pese yetumi tua current contractors a aye adwuma no na yetumi ko na ho no nyame adom ye nya drip machines nti drip machines no ena na ye fi ase edi twitwa saa akwan na abansa ento so no eso mene lenda di nkomo last 2 weeks aye bank kan o kire me say or per chippings every a friend saying some of the industries away ho no de egu baby a onam kokoo ni mu a ka no tumi tesan kakra no or per chippings de egu ho na ama ho so ay motorable kopim say ye be clear dia fanisa be car da sisi na etumi enya kakra ma contractor for no so pia ɛde akɔ akɔduru ɛhɔ nti egu so a ɛyɛ ho adwuma.
Because I will share current president John Dramani Mahama and he proposed I said from next year on purpose to build a 6-lane route from Accra to Kumasi, different from the current road here in Namsuya. Mohonum and I just say geographically so sure a quite bit me after the Akusia and Tiachim staff. Into one would have thought to say, you have to treat your normal a year, dear. I just say, Bukana Mukrama, Mumu be business. Or damn mean or damn any offense at chance constituency.
What should I say? Only me team of power. I will say investigate too, because then I will go in the idea. What should I say? Only me team of power. But Yamini Ebon Empire say, abandon so adihono. Obey no. Na yes, you to me a jedia, a sefata.
Yo, police station in Yame for what me for.
Police station near here, yes, CBO, France, yes, new district police.
What's the new district one day? I mean, what to me?
I see new one. Ewo France. Na yes, si ba koso wo akokwaso.
Okay.
Ochre so hin da sebre ai bi ahwe. Ono so see new police station ewo twre so. Mene ye former DC nyina ye koboa no. Aka krama ono so ewi. Ti bon say south and I says southwest side hano so ne ibenya police station foforo wa ha. Whilst center and in north no so yenya police stations for so
ne be asempa papa ne de boa so ne boa na yentimi nya da clear way no kopra ho fa bridge no so mredu bi ase won se ho na akoye tre nkwan na je se ekwan keto bi sa na wo de ba na ehu yetimi nya sa kwan no a na je se wo betimi nya buses the VIP kura na me de be ma wa ye de afa ye du bi ase abefa ho de aba wo da na je se ya bypass ma bi so afa wo so abusu afo
ho no say ya 2 new bridges. Because a new bridge, Ultra, a Jubilee Junction, because a new bridge. Some of that bridge no boy, not just a car be a far a Ribini or Dante, a new steel bridge. And some a Pratt no so one cast on a bridge in a buoy, and that time none of our Quanta minister or my new bridge so the bridge is not the and as I say, contractor, that's why all year acquiring and Casaso account. In Yami, I don't need to hear we are a ja. Also, I'm a basket cardia foul.
And those were boapa in foot on the door soon. Yeah, already. Kajo Nyaminsha, yeah, that's it. Nah, bye bye. Kajo upon Kroma, a former information minister, na or sign a member of parliament for France, a year be. Na when you command over the constituency, na yes, they say, young king kind. I met a padu called me way for my friend, Mamma King kind message na. There's something we need to talk about. Or say Abidjan na Teboche. Or say which landmark in Ghana you don't know. General ADAKABRI. And you baby here and I mean him. Baby, my father, no my shepherd monso. My father order akusi ni wadu bi aseda. And my father order de ababe fachia. And your friends saying Kotokum. Exact time Kotokum crowded the story Americana. That time na DC ya no na your friend Usu Ahinkra na Usu Ahinkra asembi ne ba ya na ne dini ba mu ano ADAKABRI wan kasa brafo bebe bi tutu mu afa nkoko fa afusu de ba ye twem wo chia na me kokoduru Kotokum akwa de ntokwa na de ahya ase ya de de akwa kokoduru Kotokum bedie me koya akokora ma ni di ye na mkoye na akwai Usu Ahinkra na yire awo menkan fufuo pa ni atego ba suo che so tim se ontomre nkwan na enwai pumam na se da akwai so se ntokwa so nti otimi mfra me se memra medibi na me so kura so ntokwa nti bi suro se me godibi ya menim de be ye me Usu Ahinkra pa che se atego manje ya kan atego so ni madekro
Davio
shie mankan fufuo pa na tumsa mankan ajajajaja na yede nwa ene adwene teto tumsa emre na gu akoya duane so na kwa bedemie beso me na kona mfiri nkra goduru ho ndo so me hu ye na hi to so amfra me so so kra bisu mi suro se me de na duane but aduane ne yam aduane no che akono Usu Ahinkra no say I na no baby be ye this wa I was west ya Usu Ahinkra or related na
binni ewa
I was with him Usu Ahinkra na say this Usu Ahinkra no e radio ni asemu na je se me na kona me tu ka free time na mako na comedy me na akoye gu na duane so ana me hu ashi
ozo nyandidi
dem tete o twena wadi no ne one ye be ko abonte wa kwa kire ye nwuma bia wa
okay na mo to ho
ana ya gu na duane
aha odidi awiansa
kete mo je hey ase mo je ba kete magiri
asemo
awurade e kete e salivating
was out to na umwe yo to no odidi awiansa no bako no wako wabana no am to say weekend na no am
weekend mu ye na man tu kwan weekend
okay
na anu ne chesafe na me to ase etwetwe me na nkokom etwetwe ne ade na me de minim say your friends say almost stress ne ade internet to say me koma your massage me sa
very good
be de massage me sre ho ne ade na me boxers so na hye na you lose kakra massage me ya na massage we yo ba
na no ya no
oba na ne sa fa me hwe aso kakra excuse my French na tete me ho me te sa ade so me hia massage no you need stay massage
because me lifetime na my massage once pe enti anozo ya pa
na ose alizamu and enemy case was over yesterday some people in community 5 are discussing about you that only one building in your hometown just be say why so me just be say
why not say one building and no nim ho obi de ko fa baby
enipa ya
na besiase de ezide na one building wo besiase
na sama wo kan kura no alice
besiase ya da kwan ho
ka kire wo mo say committee 5 wo mo tie no omumu se nipa wo be chechire tema ma wo mo besiase ni on na be chechire tema your friend no ne ba na ye committee 6 Provita Hospital Joe Manu besiase Joe Manu na besiase Joe Manu sa time obe chechire tema no na obia mpeso obatema etibesiase Joe Manu ne papa bi ne ye friend gi abo 1958 na adc josu se joso ama tuo kasa aye na papa ya buru wo mo na pantan ya fe na papa ne ntimi ni apesie na fufuo tonde o mene dia onwesa na pantan bu ogum ma chese ede na odi akwa na Kwame Nkrumah se mesi tema no obia so peti ya fa Joe Manu fa nipa firi kumase efa free besiase na wode wo ma batema na Joe Manu be build tema ya ama ne Banasi hospital fe da ho de so tema timotema committee 5 no besiase ni Joe Manu na Kwame Nkrumah eboa na wotimi eba ya
na ono nipa no wakokoma se da
dem so do ono obebo mama ne say adakabri ya work say ni krom na ba akopeni si wo ne nipa ye kese kra me no edan me ensa na ye connected with adakabri besiase enti ye de nipa na ba akope on be so me ka besiase asem kire mo keke na me nka besiase asem enkire wo mo e besiase no abakosem a eye ye pe ne say eta besiase echi no mu ba bia emma so Majeri besiase na da wasa no in fact nana dwoso so nana dwoso ene nana dwoso yema omu nyina omu ban mu no eye besiase na wo nti eye nana dwoso ne maame twene bo a besiase na oda dwoso hini bia besiase na oda so na kura ansa na men kire wo se asante abakosem mu the prempeh the first asante hini prempeh the first ye de no ko Seychelles ye de no eba back o san beto aso no prempeh the first no na ne maame ye frɛ no Ohima ye cha na Ohima ye cha no so ahuno na unse ana sante no moto nwum na dina na bobɔ no krofo nim din no nso so mo gba na o mabɔ eye kotoko jembibi no to ka kotoko jembibi no a na je so ohun se eye prempeh the first no ne papa de na nakwasi jembibi so ahuno na afa wo de ba prempeh the first no ninua ba ene ye frɛ no maame akuabakoma oba panye akuabakoma right it ninua ba maame akuabakoma nti se prempeh the first edi ade na ninua ba akuabakoma no ono ene o ware besiase a ye frɛ no nana kwakus ama nana kwakus ene akuabakoma de hye preko pɛ prempeh the first nua ba no omo wo prempeh the second osajima prempeh inti minu kasai eye otumfo osajima prempeh ni papa kwakus opanyini kwakus oda besiase se me no kasai ene ne yire eye oba panya kuabakoma enti won sese ya na yesa eye otumfo se atu yesa ne mrane a nso omka se odwosu owusu panyini ne akuaba koma ba hwan na nya bi opa enti besiase na owusu panyini free no enam se civil war no a premped first ene atwerebo na edisi ani ena nanakwasi afrane adwosu o support eye premped first no eno ena yen ye side no owusu panyini no enso so ema onya eye nanakuaba koma ene ne ware ya omo ye den ebebe wo eye premped second na premped second no ne wofa ene premped first ema oye de ben omutimi edino ebetena akonwa so enti da bia so mbeka obeka kotokojem bibi they just a reference to premped first ne papa na waba beka eye usu adwesupanyi adwesupanyi no usu they just a reference to eye premped second na fe no matwam aba beka boache dankwa kentenkrechi from kenchire na just no so waba beka otumfo say to so papa but just me check it ma baba beka eye otumfo opokuare ono so ne dia dia so enti juso be siase ya dawo no enye kroketu asa enti committee 5 wonya ka kiro mo say jo manu a ne ba any profit
wa fa man ntiase say dan ba ko nse be siase
mama kika bi nfa nkyere wo mo
ebia na nipa no ono kro ntwe mo kro nkoma seda because minim nanfo obire wo mo kro mo so mo nim koma se ti be kwa me
no akiro
ebia na sa afu enti dan ba ko ne be siase ekro kese eda kwan we ni amanem
dia ya kwa eda kwan ho abekan say in 1955 na ekwan no nambesiase ekodwoso na 1955 ene ekofa contractor friend Taylor inti Taylor na a divert kwan no de be fa present day be kwan ne nam no inti satam de bi on tam ta ka kire say me na ama eboa ne ye friend say me na ama eboa ene adwoa de esa time ye mami akua subonten mo na manwa na si ho no abusuafo mo de ye hye atiana inti ose George Danko say all you need to do is to provoke ADAKABRI on any issue, small on an issue, he will give you the full na de emunya yasa uti tema committee 5 na besiase ni jo manu abechechire tema amonya ba bia tena tema ne enye ni pantena ho ne enye ni pantena na santefo no tena tema sa ne no ena on se Cape Coast fo no no mu free Cape Coast ne anu maboa no mo kọ secondary
okay
so no to mo kọ secondary nti zata mantilili no secondary zongo omo na no a midwife fence or midwife for ho papa so ankama mu nyina on je wo mawo so Maxwell Road enti zata no mu free Cape Coast no makọ secondary ti ya chichiri tema wie ye no enna secondary fo no eba tema
okay
eti kwa ye tema na kwa ya santefo ne fantefo ena to no mutina maami sekune no omo ye popular pa kwa ku ba ko mo maami omo ye popular pa wo tema what ya na edi tema de ya chichiri de maam Alisamu ase ofa o dear thank you thank you Majale
baba
na adia ba ko ya me ya mo hwehwe Kofi Bedum fama me president I say so take kasa bi say radio get results
yeah pa
na say radio no entimi emfa results ma bebusa ho se de en brim so bridge no
o say enra maybe na articulator track asesi ho bridge no so me kono na articulated track asesi
left side or what they call forestry for no
yes left oh bridge no so yeah brim so bridge no enra meba no na articulated track asesi right
hey
enna what him say a recent accident asima guardrails nyina why
mamenka homache de esi nkyere wai ahomache de esi no eye car mienu
okay
e de akohie mo bridge no so ama baako akoto ensuo num ama yentimi nyi passenger for ti ahomachi ye redivert traffic ekofa chebi enti upusa ho say highways for no enti ya na ye kasa wo mote na no ka ho asem say ya na me ka obi kwaduro bi na
because one wafa bridge ne iswa bridge ni swa
usane bem ena usane bem ena wakwakoya rambo strips
na se no makwakoya rambo strips no was so na no mo dey check it yo no mo dey check it yo se akwansia no kwa ye mo oh bridge ni so ye no ma ye fa so dey ye nimpa na me ka kire we because me na akwansia no what you say na where the time be na me do one about around 5:45.
Can you imagine?
5:45.
Enti kam yenu na ba akoto nsuo no no. Na fe yentimi nyi. Eba sa branche na okuta road safety management services tow truck no. Ibrahim no na dia ye no. Nenti yeti ha say pa me kasa say ekwan a esua. And there's an elevation on the bridge, you know. We got platform near the bridge, you know. And no basono esne asphalt, no. It you know udru wa we the concrete na what the afro. And you know rambo strips, you know. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. It giri. Ghana for so ko 4 p so no. Omo tie pressure no omo hwe. Say ojojo tie na no kakra no a. A far dear so it may absorb as soon as say Obama Tano and it imagine say giri no nam so otobo said yes obisu sane de ba na articulate mienu be say si wo na just say and them say me wa na fe so process fu a omo ye
the one we ne de amfa results bi am
say
rambo strips no mo ye say no mo de check speed limit there amfa results am because since akwansia ne si anesi wo akwahia ni sia na si o
and
menim de antikran so a say car timi say si bridge ni so already the bridge ni so
odi buo mu giri no and no na bibi be buo car no ho edi bibi buo car no ho na wakwa bridge ni mfimfin ho nom so ho no enti sasemo ya ye kan na ubusa ho say radio get results na e pese ye kan no na we no de akwa say yamfian sem hunu so wa na
ya di obi atamanka wo ma tworo ba sisi a ye kan nanka ye di obi atema na me mente radio so na me kan say nsem bi yesem hunu na me ko kan say me ko na mapon program no e ho ne de na me kan mapon na me kan pass no wo mo ko twa ho no e de beto ho so enti the point is the ye kan a ya ka no ye ne because rambo strips na wo ma ye no wofa botai na ne saying normally check speed limit na sa kwansia ntimi nsi wo so
there be normal person reduce speed so depression
do reduce speed now the about bridge no so
into depression wo ho no u sane efri kumase na the about bridge no u sane efri akra na the about bridge no into u sane aba na sa depression no the idea was say with the pim concrete na no sa na the asphalt na gu so na you may lose control into it sa dia you person u reduce speed. Now what the above the fat your friend say a year bridge so I'm a baby a depression one what the a year less speed na the befa ho name no speed that ube calculated the depression a rubble strips no 100 meters away not even up to 150 meters away from either side of the bridge and in 2 months u piece so roof ring ba u bende and na was sane dia ba unya chance it u bende ya na bo say waba beto ramo strips no and na free kumase so ba ube bend but e hode emu twe kakra to ubetimi ehunu de ekoso e honom. Now here comes a situation say rambo strips na e wo honom no illumination eso eye poor e wo ho enu nti wodi fa rambo strips na say tire pressure psi no eye full a na tire no mu eden a steering no ajeje wonsam gigi na ajeje wonsam sa the one ye careful a ube ye dem ube lose control na way na wo ko articulator say oba articulator say railings ni nyina say it means say cars ahwe ase
na railings na mo ye edi how many man
any
debi ni says ba ko je nyina say
ahomachin private car mienu omotimi de ahiem awa bridge no so ana ema baako etimi kokoto nsuo no dabi aso me catch you say woody free bridge no so e de ko nsuo no ase hodom no 62 meters it imagine sa hodom aso na Ghanaian soccer coach Afrane okoto ma enti say wo na yesi yentie wo kan we yesi yentie prosifo eso mo kwakosi barrier musi barrier ubusa say what goes into baby kro no mo de be barrier no every say woody free section to boof na wo de afro ede akọ new jejeti no on say non functioning petrol station bi wo left na wo free new jejeti ba wo first ye ho a wo fro ya no na wo ba be sane it wo sane ababa be to petrol station no na fo wato akọ bia no wo fufuo bi ho no ma na oye kusie nkwan no na wo sane no hwe speed e wom na prosif watimi akọ akosi barrier wo ho already me by Prince Nyaminka wate otumfo bus baako bus ni busumi mienu baako na make us and bumper etu ye wo and some kwan say second one no a great change by Prince ekuta car no Prince fo na ko gina ho say tum say kutu say tum omo gina Prince no and a go for bus ofri yendi ahomache no wa hunu say Prince fo na gina bus we oba ya dia bebom say tain enti bus make us say miracle bus bus ni busumi mienu just a condemn grabu he Prince fo no na omo to owura mu ho no sa hwan so brebi me nipa bi kwadwo so ho ma na pamire bi da koko na so na prosini ba ko na percent ka pamire ni taso pa what went into deciding say ahani ye de barrier besi enti kwan so aye treacherous sa no obi aso timi ye de opekeke obi aso timi ye de opekeke na gold ni no anim ho de na makopolo double axle na we so u-turn na adenti wudi free suhum ade bank na ha say no a ye fa ni say ubefa kwan so won some say no na protocol asakosi barrier ofro eye ni fie ubendi ya before the petrol station na protocol at barrier ho obi esane free ni fie ho no fro de aba sunya suhum highways o me the barrier kosi ho then me kasi agege driver for obi say na VIP nti via but what agege driver for what do you gain? What did you driver for? What do you gain? What goes into determining where you put a barrier? And there is no illumination. And the driver me bend the yano about the barrier. No, way they seeing. Prosif where they number can. Prosif wa muko see barrier. Ewo section to bu funinche hodoma. Eye ahwemu esane emu sa no mama bass mienu and ikoko bo.
Because ofa me crowd dey anka many problem of a barrier wo mu sisi no. But ya kodo eso mu see barrier na eso wo mu ehwe. And na one it is say prompters ebe me hu say barrier wo especially enumere so enumere
especially anajo
anajo yes anajo anajo isumeduro no so wo drive wa e very risky hazards no ye very high
and the illumination be any
enti eno no na it say wo mutimi hu say ba bia yesi barrier e so mutimi check say vehicles na e ba no wo mu use sa kwan saying that enti eno no na so mutimi because to be a baby o ha winim say barrier o be kwa preko pen o ka kopie so
baby this about first one agina second one no we hunu say ya gina bass because all best na kwa yendi no we hunu say barrier bia o ho afi o free yendi ba no suddenly na nwene say barrier bi sa o ho enti do be hu an say bass yi na gina ho no ba first ye ya wie ane aye awufuo insamanfo nyina adi nkra obo bepo no okosane a hwa asem a akosi ho no esi ye no principal de na mo beka Edian abra section tobu for kra no se mugina no me kwa muta gina tobu for ntimi nim de ya o mu pushi ko ho sa etinka ogina tobu for one more bus no would overcome the ramp just by the tobu it will never ramp no so wato no boas awi ni wagina no eno sa ko je jan side se we se nyame ani hu afofi na wo prosini no ebebo mu na taste fast na ososo mu nyina mu dwane de na afemu ye na mo create situation ntimi sramo in as much as ye nyina no ye hwehwe se ye die ebeba no ye hwehwe no mo ye na radio get results no ye hwehwe se ye benya results intimi so chief executive of Ghana Highways Authority sa brim su honom no Mr. Yanko Chebi MTT the division sisi akwa Chebi aba ye region Yanko regional MTT the Chebi na yanko hwehwe accident dodo a
ever since 1 year
since yeah they with last 6 months no accident esi obrim so na engineer fo no a wo mo wonim die no muntimi enkyere ye de ye betimi aye muntimi nke de ye betimi aye na losing lives on such flimsy preventable situations of this sort no ya na emu ya papa go wugina ho a na fe no kai na akwa tonso yimu afe no ekwan na asie na kwan no a asie no over 20 years 30 years ni and ye yi from Chebi kwan na besi apedwa no ye yi free national route num and a jonkofo na me ye sa kwan we say sonitra and ye yi free mu no hoso no road markings bi any ho me kai the last time a BBC see ya ye yi free mu no no and a ma VIP boss so me no moro any asenso omudi kokodi ahia ewo sa kwan no so ti misre Kwame Agoja honorable wadawromo chief executive of Ghana Highways Monhwe na mama your resource we dey hunu say indeed radio can get us resource anameboa
no ano no fa
manuasi yemi phone lan kakra na sa kwan no sa basa no ai kwabena mahunu asema da ho no asema da ho no ma menkan kwabena sales and obi wura mo say why is the current chief executive of the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, Dr. Pakwesi Beido, silent on Utumfo Situtu's Hill Komfanochi project? Is it the case that he's subliminally sabotaging the project as alleged? Or for the project is a Santimai project that we all have to support, devoid of partisan aid? That's me to so walking. I could be say that bread. Utumfo ye Hill Komfanochi no. And now Oti committee. Oti committee no.
Yeah.
And bibi on biano committee no ensa kan committee no ensa kan na committee no eden committee no ensa kan na omo buhun konta and say omo de ye adwuman afede yes new chief executive by Pakwesi Beidu a omo kana sem ya this was chinchina committee no mfa sika ni nyina ne ho nkrata nyina mehye nsa na Komfanochi enrane project no anyim free committee no ensem e na omo chese committee no si ma yensese na yebu nkunta ne nsi so na de ye hand over ma na nka position no a na former chief executive no wo mu no wo bra be hye sa position no na wo hye sa position no a na che wa hunu mu bi that was chinchina wampene and ama no ma yese basa so na dia de betimi ama no ma bibisa akokokoko so ene say o tworo de ben yes ya de bi won ma ya hwehwe national interest no
the CEO no say how no say o mo hand over bibia famra hospital honom and sasa committee bia na ye ho adwuma it just say de wono uchi wa previous de obesi na nan no ono akwasere nana otumfo ama otumfo aboa no ede nanim onyama ta kire ame yate committee ye ade na otumfo na abetena ho bia ya gigi sika no oba ya wuntimi nkoda ase kura ase bia wo hene ye da ase se yente ha enana no ama okra free amanone yes ye metu yato
aye metu
obviously we say to o man instance and tax waivers e ba so na no ama number 2 no ama na ba to no ma dua yi no ama na wie na mba ya say fani nyina za be no dey
na mintu anamo
mentiasi o
o kan nyina no o penchire mu enti yan pe akwan na yintimi hwehwe se enua Kofi Frimpong na eye yepensa PRO e Komfanochi na yankonkwo hwehwe chief executive no emusan say exactly what is happening with the Komfanochi Hill Komfanochi project no
very important
yetina no asemo na yetimi aka mo biake but president Kofi Bedu Ola no so
na only nka say we na NPP for no motion 49 no
ayedey
motion 49 no ma ye ho adwuma wie
ayedey
some motion 49 woman to so about maka me so moto do mo wan say obi do ma court o be kase Magerica and na me o mo say Magerica farba ma yedi ko feeling ko mo wie president ye mo ha
Jaja
president na wie what to say
me ho de anka ye
obrim so bridge yasem ya na ye kan ko wie say memene da awia articulator asay sinifa so memene da najo articulator asay ade asi bonkum so railings e wo ho nyina na atutoi ahomachin private car mienu atimi de akohie mama ba akokora de akoto nso no ma na ye hunu enti akwan no esi ma chese ye ho hwenye ye e bus se ba nyina ahomachin nyina no ye divert wo mokokofa ehia kwa sagima ase ye chibi ebisi kruiso ase apedwa asem ye can you see can radio get results na president we the radio guess what
Mamudu mo yo mark mechiao mark asem a wode abakiri so akiri ye bekibi na Mamudu me na asem a da ho ayin wunim se okay Mamudu super hinime so bi atisika billions akoto bas na obi esintonti so-called engineer ako design we na pine na process for akudina na pine na bas no usika nyina walusu o ye the dollar so dollar ya yenye bi na nipa de kokrai o na baye na wo catch them say wo mine no ebeyi na wo say o catch them bi nyini radio so adakabra FM radio ni adi nyina bibi eye sa na maintro o manya kapese tumpon ye duwe kire kade ni si ya obos announcement ne bia ekọ ahadu obi aka ekọ awu nam so a say dia si he bi nti o so da vertical fa ade ade na se na me no nya adwene se wo ka se wo mo beye na bridge no concrete na car no car ne be pim no ene wo mo se ye pese reduce na wuduru ho a mamudu na se nke ho no wo mo duru ho no ena sebe engineer engineer papa wo Ghana adakabre nye baby e hwato mu no ene ye hwe na asat ne ye dwiri so ho ne ye fele ho ma ekwai no ene ne ye pe ne mom ye ko yesu rap kwai na ekoto no bo ase atwam ade na ekosi wo ho a enti ye nye bibi ebetima maka no abreki kwaye mu sei ye ha chese ho uduru ho ahuhu wo bi am robbers se nye network eni ho a ye betima attack ye betima bibia ye ko yesu rap se card duru ho a entro bu na kinkin o man ya wo class fair pass shock absorbers wo kra balloon shock wo kra wo nye bi na wo de bia wo engineers ne ye de e be sai ade no mo no wato wo sabi ye dwene adakabia ye wo bintia se asem ne banie ka wo mo fi se makasa engineers no wo mo fi se he wo kwa no wo ye ne brabo obagie obenya entu kakakaka ye mua ye nkabi se he ye ka mo mua enipa no wu a ofi se mfa no ho wo mo awu enso oman ede ho toto wo America Britain ni ade no ni nipa baako kras wa fe Israel ni ade nipa baako yetimi di nipa bia wo ha ekwaji nipa baako because of value nipa life ya what wa yes o this year o kwa be so aye say bas aprosifo agina no baabi na obi ahu no odiko bom na meka ya na ani da adakabre asema wo kan wudi say ani da me namwa amesi ani da homachi a ball 4:35 na me nam bepo so a blue road no na me do baby adakabre o say me break it completely say no road marking wouldn't say a road ya mark adakabre wouldn't need light kura wutimi kaka
be guide you adakabre road mark ya paper your engineers our highways where you pure moka adakabre yeah twi into do baby wo hunu twi ka na ba na the light to ani wo hunu twi na so ugina wo yeso ugina wo bi so the light ye na what the papa wo so ugina pra wo apra wa koto atwe ya team mem wo engineers team stress say ade no adakabre wo hunu ne kabia me feel say the mark ni eken say ye di wo mo atem ne ye hia adakabre na judges so omutio adakabre wo say program say ni ade manya program last na me ka chew afa court wa na minim say judges tie omutie enti yanka na niema say no ka behwe no na court wo court wa na engineer no ya fane Ghana ye nyina sika kese highway authority negligence na amade na basa ya fane wo bum na Ghana highways ya sika ye nyanya kwakura kina wo mo afa engineers a wo afa engineers papa president ni tie wasem ye dia ususu say yempe public interest lawyer bi na yentimi enhwe say ebetia Ghana mra say highway authority for suban wo mo ne ya wo makoye sa ramps no ramble strips no ho no eno na contribute to accidents a ema nipa kotuto nsum ni en testing hwe say die na judge beka
judges ne babuaye because of that road contractor ye road what me ye na all ye no the tape nkitinkiti me no bi no the afa kwa no no ajato obehwe na nwegu okofura team na ahwe emfa no ho ye nya no hwi obi en court abrofo no so de adakabre bo se wa ye hwe mesime kokori akohu sa adakabre ka road kaka ye tem no eye ka mua na si ho na ayi wo so triangle ya ye na esho pa ekyerɛ wo sɛ biribi nkɔ so yɛdeɛ bɛsi nnɛ enipa ne ya because of say contractor no wukɔwu a yɛnyɛ no hwee nti yɛntɛse sɛdeɛ woka yɛnya lawyers a ɛbɛyɛ na judges no nso yɛbɛbɔ mu ate aseɛ because ɛkwa yɛ fa so a enipa hwere ne nkwa wɔ ɔman mu no ɛbɛkamere tantantan ebi wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ preventive accident ɛnso na nipa ewu eti mesrɛ saa ɛhɔ kakra no yɛaka sɛ highway authority wɔn mpene adakabere yɛmpɛ mesɛ ne anum ani gye ho sɛ wosi obiara Ghanafoɔ a mo pɛ sɛ saa unnecessary death no tutwa no obiara contribute to 10 cedi 1 cedi ne momo ɛnɛ no obiara sɛn ne yɛ de atwe manso kakra yɛ ahwɛ adeɛ sɛ adeɛ ne ebehunu ɛbɛma nneɛma no bi wɔ hɔ a yɛkyekyere man o yɛyɛ man no ɛyɛ yie that is the difference yɛ no mo fi sɛ yɛ man yɛ mfa ho sisi ɛwɔ sɛ yɛkyekyere man no ɛkwan a mine be a yachiri for 6 years, or 20 years in a birthday miner. I was said BBA or yet at least 5 years. But who got 50 years? That is what me as for my
Mama Kwanya Kakana, Memfre lawyer bina, Yemfire Samontunene Muse.
Mr. Wadaroma. Now I use where Mark as some for the church.
I dear here, Messama. Dear here, dear here.
No, about or more 2 years for.
Yabaso, no can home, Yabaso, Yabemo Aquanya. Why? Right, into Kofi Beduno. Now, Ura Benjamin is of the MPP at Transit, and Richard Suma of the Movement for Change and so at Transit. You're qualified and practicing lawyer, or historian, and Obakan say. A politician, Nana Ubribwa, he ninkomo, Norman Miro per quick one. Nana Yamaha. Oh, come on, Mufa, Nana Ubribwa, and some family. The engineer said, and soon Yami chambers. To me, I conducted this matter on behalf of listeners of Nita Femana. Ben, listeners, it me initiate a case, Anna. Yes. Listeners. Song. The listeners a bit me initiative. Yes. Richard. Yes, listeners and answer traveling public in a bit me initiative case
against the state or
against the Ghana Highway Authority and the Attorney General.
Of course. The power is vested in the citizens of the country. So we want a right to take on any sector or any
lawyer opinion in him right.
Yo.
Now cases be bringing and no bribwa hen. Chief free. Nana Yamaha. Nana Nadieni. Nana, my number for friend and Casa, which you know me, and number for the way cool say the Obacasi in a cuckoo biase. And Yadako. Yeah. Na Yane, na Yane. Nana, ya, what you can ha? Nana, what to say?
Oh, Yamia Baroma.
Yo. Didn't kind, there was a saying, I can't war. Now, you were how on so every year law. All your cases at the channel. Net. Legal aid minimum, see a quiet benya baby about what do you bet me about Wabbits now? Now, me and fast someone to anyway. If you say benya a year local standard be, say a year listener of Neat FMO, so a member of the traveling public. As some that want to say. National Route 6. So National Route 6, no. Accra to Kumasi. Etwam de bata chiman. Na section bi oho. A completely new road at Jonkofo of the MPP and a building 22 kilometers from Apedwan Kwanta Edikuku Cylinder Dome. Na omu ye no. Esuo brim wa crosso sa 22 kilometer stretch no na baby across no akura bi o yato dini brim so na sa brim so no na omo bridge across section no concrete ye bridge no apotrudu abasoro na asphalt no susu no akofom to udru one ma you go through a depression and sana waba be fro protrusion na concrete no ede aba no enti ne nkyɛn so yenye culverts bia wo hɔ no mo a ensuo tɔ a ofiri nkranko a wusane ofiri kumase ba wusane a ensuo tɔ a ebetimi aydan ayiri ede akogu eye river bed mu na notoriously no ɛhɔ ɛna Ghanaian national coach eye afrane na oda ambulance mu efiri eye nkran kumase oduru one ambulance ne de kokɔ boss a protruded concrete yi mu no ɛna a jumpo ambulance no ɛno ani river bed ho twɛw ɛna ma afrane ewuye the recent time ye kan ho asɛm na eye Kwasi Amoakwanta eye Rose Minister na mekae so wo Japan po ɛna o direct Ghana Highways Authority sɛ wo munye bibi emfa ho Ghana Highways me yekɔkɔ do nkyɛn ɛna ɔde eye grader edwudwi nkyɛn no sɛ nsuo no betimi akom ya anya de bia na enwanwa yegusu kan ma sanso bo akye so bai obetwa mu amakwame agoja be busumi nan nie ɛna wo makwakofa eye railings ɛde akosi both sides of the eye bridge so ɛna wo mo de rambo strips 1 2 3 4 geng na wo cross bridge ni we 1 2 3 4 geng 1 ka hwiase wo hwiase wa benipa wu a ahomachin ka mienu asa akwa hwiase ewo bridge no so ama ba akokura do kokoto river bed ho ama ahomachin ye hwehwe no ba bia ye nya no enti ade a ye hwehwe ne say nana wadawru mu so wo so be conduct a matter on behalf of Ghanaians listeners of Neat FM ebetimi aba ama wa conduct matter on our behalf are asking for say ye betimi aye bibia honom e betimi aye safe for the traveling public na nana
amen bakabre me chat before amen e betimi aye ho bibi na amen fa kwanya we nka se ye ka bibi sa na se wo Africa na wo Ghana na wo tia na wo ra ho o se me nya ka se Africa is the help. A bibrim pie with Abakabre, a bronsentum. So what will be your when you be a bronsentum? While a coach of finance me are okay. No, because all your you owe your duty of care. Duty of care to the users of the road. Above all, we are contractor now, we are I said, you you may be also. So we are quite man, you ever for crime should be also so. Also, own your house. But yeah, mammy, I think I saw and that is saying that quite no from Sobaswa. Yes, of the minister with Japan, the minister with Japan, Wafrobi. I mean, baby, I'm a cat, I'm out for sure. Obribuan way better. Yes, I'll be better. I want you to be better. Because near my personal. What can I say? I can I am ranting and mega unumbia now. So the church yes, I mean we can commence an action. We can commence an action. I mean, I will go back to cry. But if you're there, and Sunny, not could be appeared. So what you appear? And
Western region, dear no.
Western region, then. Abakabre, I would have somewhere woman, yet accident in the bar, you know. Now, I volunteered to take up the matter. And Metro Police for the Crow Mono ADAKABRI FRIMPONG. No mean accident report. Afibako, 1 solid year. I media more than a year, me at my own expense. Ampo, a combat police, no, or I said the Kitano, as soon as Bayare. And to this occasion, about the idea, ADAKABRI, Mano, Africa is a hell. Now, winning. Sanka, businessman Bako, one of the or no Tinkunyan accident report. And I made the summon here, I was at my high court. But the victims in a piano in the court. Because of the accident, I told the police officer, I said, the accident report, therefore, didn't Mama Bako, Oman has their report. Sufficient enough Make me die. No. Adakabre. What is appear to no disaster committee? What is
I abujina propenso.
Mr. Bessie, he can send a man for your media appear disaster and contribution. And I'm saying almost pandemic. I'm saying almost pandemic.
Audited report to be anyhow.
Okay.
Audited report to be anyhow.
It's many will be some. Adakabre, a yabo many abre, and Yamamin can, many will be some. To the crown, I just outside. Fast cannot disaster fan. Or Mama is the car, I don't know, Mama and best of 5,000 or 6,000. Now, young fan Koji accident report. And now, Mokoji, France and amount for contributor. I think that why we just pack around for this support. But what the boy, I'm saying, sure this can. But boy, sure any can. Nanka young fan Koji accident report. I pick it from there. Namia Maya. Adakabre, Obia Niho. Obia Niho.
But Nana Chesa, Emma Kakrase. Accident report here, statistical documenta. Utia 95 cities, Emma Police. They are obliged to furnish you with an accident report signed by the district officer.
Through the media, and for Munchen, and people for Baram Pekasa, and this for Baram Pekasa. I catch you for Baram Pekasa, I saw for Baram Pekasa, and I can't animate Adakabre. Go Bidim, Bima, Beja Padiasa, I done an abandoned Sisima. I done an abandoned Sisima. But when my accident to the buyer, I say, you're cotton. What case I'm handling now, your businessman, or the above mother accident or no point. Adakabre may come and reacting in a beer. We tried several times a year accident report to pursue the matter for the victim. And yet, the boy did you know. You see, I'm seeing but an obwa, but that's the report. Disaster no contributions to my amount for year. But money to be about 5,000 damage. My young fan, what is the probably do an anno, then Sanka. Mekabi Biana Yansanka. Now, if you me and search him at that cabaret, if you me and search him, remember, Martin, and why yes,
Nana, Ceciano. Steps Bena, the bit me take here, you bit me the instructions now. Now, what me initiate action against the when I be initiate action against it.
Now, I cano and I can hear you and I'm in some so I think there was a mining opportunity.
I'm coming back to your intended action now. Your person who conducted my say bridge no accident be bridge si one no. See person a comment say action na. Why you bet me a comment say action ti no.
Our first like the Attorney General a comment say action against the Minister of Schools. And then the contractor who performed that contract and so. Later now me the command Minister of Roads no contract so money. Na then
Ghana Highway Authority Chief Executive
Wamuna say we nim your one yash a year, let me nim your yash a year and one yash. So you rope all of them in. Who will put on in now be like I said, one is joined in onto the action. Now the reason to the first one. Then you discontinue against that car.
Never say, yes, so yeah, Buawono. Now I was here, Dick contract Eastern South Regional Command. I would be say MTT the phone or hormono. Omo the number of accidents from March, April 1 to date. Accident to do SC was bridge no so honum. Now you know number no.
I guess I will call I don't know
Eastern South Chebi and regional Yina away in charge no.
I tell me this all the culture be now the car. You be and Saddam data particulars.
Okay.
I'm quite sure to do say now about all the culture be. I don't know what food.
Ceciano, Kuvodia Edino, ɛna empra so de no ho ɛna ɛyɛ chebi de no ho ye de ko chebi a na ye hu accident dodo asi bridge no so nipa dodo a atɔre ɛwɔ ho ye betimi so a check with the road safety say nana de ye me hwɛ was here certificate the road safety web there while I was here certificate from road safety and now say MTTD yeah the court
you wrote all of them.
Yes.
So it is very simple.
Me and try any enfia de be why until there ye wie programmer you be get in touch na ye way for my if we say on several cases of public nature nana what do bre aye dia man Auntie say Nyankopon enya no na si abontena there's treachery out there. Is what me say be fie nwumra the nyame ase say upon the treachery ni nyina no what me asa be dru fie dwo. Attempted sound. And yes, for lack of ignorance. Nana, ignorance, any poverty, any disease, ne high. It is better back to you. Yet was Nana. Right. Benji. Right. I know people are say over conduct matter in their mind. Richard, I know people are over conduct matter in their mind. But is it worth for a while? Would we get any results?
Oh, it's worth Richard. Well, yo, media Quenya way. My first tsunami media chair. With here for any production team. In fact, a year say Debiano Crawford losing on life on some of these unnecessary things. And now we share Ghana Nankasano and he said July we capture the number of people who have lost their lives through road accidents from January to July alone. It's abnormal. Ninyirani is about improper planning, lack of vision, lack of foresight, in fact proactive measures put in place. Nyamanu bi wo a yebetimi they are preventing. Prevention they say is always better than cure. And this particular spot now who describes it as accidents has been happening over and over and over. And a civilized jurisdiction be by now, they would have looked at the entire architecture of the place. As I said, this place no they importing causing the accident money rampant, and by now no they re-engineer the place, and that's some widening the scope of the place, and that's some finding other proper ways of actually informing drivers and every motorist say ahana ukono a dangerous zone, so do this or do that. So it is heartbreaking say people are just dying just like that. So every step you are able to me taking in order to remedy the situation in the area the papa, the only challenge is say Ghana Yakrobia, they don't understand anything that demonstrations and roadblocks. When you make no legal way, it may take 2 years, 3 years, you will not be able to get any remedy. So if the people now move living within that enclave, no, they can organize themselves, block the road. Block the road. Who blocking road now? No vehicle goes, no vehicle comes out. The government attention will come there.
But who block road now? It's a crime.
No, they said the American said the only language we understand in this country is action.
And the action is a crime.
And America said you are not going to kill any human being. You are
blocking a major highway is a crime.
And America said there is a pending disaster, and it is taking people's life over and over and over again. Now, person who follow the normal processes, so be rectify situation now. They will not listen.
And the normal process up to 2 years can have results. I say.
Of ADAKABRI, so within 2 years, that's any part 200 who are and. Against the small illegality now, why the people who are sitting in government every day don't they commit illegalities every day?
But who block road now? You better marshal the police to come and clear the highway.
Yes, you see, and I make I say when you invoke the cost now, who na uti na udi ba radio so enya wu na oka sen we ne am reach minti ye ultima say e bia nipa bebre na omu wo Kumasi ni kika onu nyina they don't know the gravity of situation e wo but some catch us say when the citizen we say when persuasion fails or say when persuasion fails force must be applied. So you persuade them so mu hear the right thing no mu hear you mobilize. When the police come there, the media will come there. Everybody's attention will come there. The whole country attention will come there. No more mama say we are losing life here every day. We cannot continue like that. So mo abusia phone no say road minister no o mo amutwe e yo mo abusia phone no mu wo. What do you think they will not take action? They will take action but because the AC amount for no mu wo ho no nyina no, none of them is their immediate family member, so they don't know the pains people are going through. So then I make you say if you are living in a country and the only language that people understand is action, we must take action whether the action is against the law or not. Once you are not going to kill anybody, take up arms, you are not going to destroy lives and properties, but you are doing it so that draw the attention of the authorities to come there so that within a period of 1 or 2 weeks they will act upon it. But also for legalities do so there. Well, a good thing, but me Richie, the kind of language and no leadership understanding Ghana there, I will not advise that.
Richard Suma of the Movement for Change and our on that issue of a particular bridge near Lindador, Brimso Bridge, a claim lives day and night. Now, as a radio appear not to get results. Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party.
Delegate one. Delegate one.
Over Medas, Menchia Osronko. Emse, men can be brave. Made the media no beka. Minua Richard Diano Suma. Senior now work say a bit me any results. Yes. A dear be any one more. We are waging so beya. Naso ye ni ya. Untiminya results. Maybe a trim no nebia ya try ya nya. As I say, twice on you push it forward. Never say a bit me good results. And the other say, a idea a bit me, and ya, young say, you be see, you be share, a supple moon so na, ya say, near day and nimno, ye con at the amount.
Put you to think a camera, a boho, and anka DC, no camera, at me a capture a year frantic moments are accident to be a sisana. Ebian kebet me evoke responses from policy makers.
Yes, offer to send a member meteo crowd say accident ni si wo ho no police for na omo aboban wo ho no omo adwane.
And no
omo atorum.
Another one omo akosi barrier. Barrier no ye enye be as a driver for twem de be omo nim se barrier wo ho. And na omo akosi barrier anadwo de so mu ama homache omo free never couldn't free safety back free yendi. Now, how much no mujina and VIP no Nijina and a prosy for no, I see a share as ye. Yes, I see no mujina on Monoano, and now a year go no, free yendi, or no so, or man, Musu say now Sunny Yanoano, and no better was a VIP Nijana, or there be no carny less than 2 months old. And I say, what the other say,
so Krumu Hanaso Maimu, Mia Bebrio, Honoma, illegal barriers in a police for no, Ibinumusi. Because legally, baby, a musi barrier, no fee say honey here. And then I'm okay, accident to see you no, Mujane.
No, only no.
There be say, Omo Jane, yes, accident and then ma, Omuto Remu. Baby, I almost a barrier no coco see you no. Not just a one sem fatase say, Omo mountains are barrier no.
200 meters away, so no, such a a ramp war. There be a hono mujino.
Now I feel you watching benim.
Actually, benimu. It will be Bobby Poffrey, a new JJT. Who Bobby Pona who son and one now. Omunejina ya.
It's your accident when who feels any barrier no musi or na. Kebe accident kebesi.
There be
Kinsey.
It's insurance company noa. Omube tria a VIP nika. Etria go nikano. Could they also contact the police?
Yes, and no American one and nothing American one say. Citizenry no ye betimi etu anamon ye betimi a hold government ne other institutions e Ghana ha no responsible because highways say mire bi make I say Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and MPP time ye say ye the towing levy bi eba na che say cars akese ne car bia say isi akwa so a na enokra no na yewura Jospon ono na kasa adwumadie no ye de ma no say onye sani ebe ya cars ni seisi wonu mu a ye betimi
Road Traffic Act say wo car seisi eye ekrom na we ma 2 hours be yi car no efiri ho 2 hours no so no wanyi car na emfiri ho na obi di bebe bom na yetimi trace say accident no as a result of wo car na we just see ho no a emra ene wudi ebe hodo labo
na hwehwehwe a wo kan ye enforce ana
e wo mra no
ba ye enforce mra no
ene wo say highway so wo wura mu ho so no ya ma 1 hour say yi car no in fact the other way around highway no ho no ya ma 2 hours say you car free ho when you free on accident bia ba na trace to wo no a wuja car si wo no a emra di ena ekrom so ya ma 1 hour say you car free ho when you free on say accident ba na yetimi e connect accident no to wo car na wuja si wo no a emra no adi e wo mram
ofa hwemra kama hwehwehwe mu a ya hyehye e de boy ye ho bai aso man enso saa mra no se ye to ye bo ase na se ye enforce law na e yade asa ne ma we nyina no ensi ba mra na ya hyehye na nkasa no omo ese so omo hwede mra ne ye adwuma no ana so omo enforce se mra ne be adwuma omo ya na omo nye ntise no obi aye ne ope wo manum ye nwene Ghana timamuni ne ye nwene no se ne beto nipa ne se ne be no omo mfa ho
we are interested in party building as opposed to country building
and no problem no eti yen hyase ne yen fa ye mra ne nya adwuma hwe emra yi obi kura nim se sa mra yi a wabobobo so yi kura no exist ana se wo ye honoma e wo mra mu asese ye de adwuma wo mam
sa mra no nti na 2012 2013 your coffers are road safety management services say ye the mandatory towing no eba
ye se ye mpe na still any pay wu e wo ya kwaya hodro so a kire se obi ka betimi especially wo mo fi ya boda Yusufu yo mu bai ne ka betimi ase yesi wo be say 1 week na wo mu meyi mfiri ho na police fu atwam NTT fu wo mu twam obi atwam na ka ni si ho sometimes ubedu ona sa ka na ya park no kra no asa call so ama accident asi ni abeyi cars na enya accident no afiri ho na sa ka na asesi ho na eno ene ma accident ni si ye no na da so si ho over eden na sometimes ya na haye as oh my won't near maybe ase sometimes o betra nsem ni bi ho a o be ka yemfa nya adwuma nti ofa many Richard adwen se ne wa frɛ lawyer obribu ahen se ono nso agye atum so obehwɛ no waboa ma yetimi asisa ne ma ya no yenhwɛ se yebetimi aboa ama saban ne nya yentimamufu ono nso no yenso yebetimi atu anamo ne aye se ne be ya asomdue ne ahotɔ bɛbɔ ɔman no so.
Adakabri, just something quickly.
okay
When them say setting up barriers, most often, some police for no muko setting up barrier, only one agenda, is about their pocket. One agenda, mudi nam de bia ye dia beba kotoku omu onwa na omuju hu de bia.
Barrier no mukoko si no normal me no especially say ya anadwoa. Normal me no. Ba kon highway protecting passengers on highway. And the Santos also yeah ban substances bit says are red no ne sama don and for abuse no. Into the police are empowered say almost and stop and search vehicles on the highway.
Yes, I agree.
And then look for so it is most unfair.
No. Let me explain.
We are letting you know say normal me no primarily. No, I'm
saying that their judgment is clouded because when you call setting barrier, you must be visionary enough to know, say, maybe you're setting barrier way no. The proximity from climbing and descending and meeting a barrier to stop, no, it doesn't make sense.
Because you're calculating breaking distance.
Breaking it up, but when you are too occupied. With what you want to get, you forget about the right things to be done. And now Mikachi who said they are doing what they are supposed to do, but that is not the sufficient motivation enough. Sufficient motivation they will not say here breaking distance. And you want to me book free and a barrier ultimacy. And the far barrier near there. What stops you from doing that? But they are in a hurry. They are in a hurry to set up the barrier. And so no, fast discretion assessment. proper validity of the space no nyina dey account before you take a decision to set up a barrier here. And then I no. Because when you are in a hurry, sometimes you forget to do the right thing. You forget to do the right thing. So the American say it is because of some of these things. So your best friend, the leadership of MTTDU, say educate your people who are going on the road to set up the roadblocks, checking for the bank substances, checking for illegalities. Educate them. What is our level of education? Anything of ADAKABRI who call civilized jurisdictional who say the police they have a body cam they said they can say cameras on our highways so that at least from Accra to Kumasi who needs Sukra there should be not anything less than 1,000 cameras and the cost they know they see but the can they said the air can say baby I stress is here accident way is here of ADAKABRI nkwa na ohun ye baby ene aye kasa no video bi ani ho as an evidence say na car bia cop parki say na bia be born itu say na crofo bebre assure mu kwan. So if there is a deliberate effort to solve Ghana's problem, they say 58 million we are already costing national cathedral they cost 2 amenano, why can't we channel some of this money into providing proper security for the state? And the any scale of preference, wastage in Kwan everywhere. And people are losing their life and we don't care. We don't care. That's what I'm saying to you, say politicians, the road ministers, MTTD penny for do you think they will allow the system to continue like that? But the a being bow mufie and form so now the pain our families are going through, they don't feel that pain.
Notwithstanding the Kenyan, people are engrossed with a delegates conference last weekend. Yene one of the 2 drivers na omukuta coaches na semnisi no nipa na oka Mura boss no friend Prince na yene ne nkomo kakra na actually they see yo Prince yamo ha
ejo so ada
and now what is saying
yakopare mo
yo na ubasi ebedru yedi bosome saying
ipacho efina next aka 2 months na 1 year
aka 2 months yemfa say 10 months old bus
ipacha
na no a ufri Kumase bankran before such a tobu for nom e dey na to
ipacho aka ka edu such a tobu to no police for Siberia filling station na such a tobu to no asawa du tobu to no inti police for no ejina tina ka tipa truck ba ko efri Accra ba besa Kumase inti e twen ama onu mo akwansa je hu ya say go transport Makopolo bus no edimrike ba ntono ba no nim se beria o do you fan we say na o share Twitter no to share Twitter na on bo face to face no kamba me kan e chiri bo kan e chima eto nyina say
bedtime ben asemi see
but we see 1:12
it just 1 a.m. 1
a.m. pachan ade we chen Wednesday when is that matching
the 1:12 ahomache and asemi see prosi for no da bia wo kwa na omu gina sachire tobu for na wahu say omu gina that petrol station hoda
me pacho police station de me guys enyam police station de omu gina hoda ba se tobu to na nsia na omode ba ho ye kwada ofo no be kwa nim kra say omo Siberia
ache say eye petrol station na omode police for enkantan bi esikwan mu
but China kantan ni bisi won tire say half for the gina wi na half for no so abesna ko
and na 1 a.m. no na nkania bi egina ho ye ahyenso de bi say e ho ye police barrier
bacha debi
na bibia sa ensi wono enti no no an say uduru wono no omu gina wono de na omu ye wo baas no ho
bacha na private car ko bi gina ni mu tire no omu gina no omu check no
dine nyama wo sokra
bacha debi omu fure no so amaba me car no so di sama accident ni see no e ma do afọ no omu twetwe mu kai say ade ma be ma jimoni so from jeje omu timi kasa
you edi chese nya dia globals no obehunu se barrier bi ho no wa hye ne nso
bi ohun se barrier bi a ho ohun a no pie ka no so
chese obo eye bepo no ewo new jejeti friends asie ho no a wo sane no a
sane aba to butu no pachan
esa nanka normally kura no prosifo no edura anadwo asa kom kokogina sekere to bufo
first no mu gina o by this time there omu nyina obiem first no mu gina to butu na kasa mu to butu be bia ramp no no mu gina
e hono no mu gina
to check na be mu gina o mu gina ahwemu na emu da ho no o side no mo siberia no police station ni mo pe no mo siberia
enti time abo mu sa no mo kan bibi kire mo
ba cho man ka hwe de so mu gina ho
na omo assist wo mo prepare no
ba chan omo frɛ towing car no there is that time na me kan ejere dum tintimi spake car no o spake ne yi
na che to mo frɛ towing car ni frɛ nkɔkɔ bai
towing car man bai
towing car no bebe tow no oji uska
e pa cho one yetiwo ne ekasa ide but na pa cho ni nyina ko wi police station ho
nti omu tow the police station onom
omu told the bar police station wo ana go no pachai
it is just no answer told the police station onom e the police station onom
every kwem wo
e record the other side onom
pachai
na ho ye de
yakopa don manager
yo edo ahine ba mo e kan de na kire wo
me pacho anajo me frɛ na ajima ne na atwu me frɛ no ana mo kai se ye ma de pebi nche nti mo frɛ no bia se passenger for no e prepare na so pacho bia ho ye de nti anajo na na frɛ to yin ka free kuma se mane ba oho be to yin ka ne sa ba kuma se
ye de nyame asese boni bia ankan why
pacho manager
yo ye driver for de bia me ko ma se me bi ni o ne papa ye driver and ono so ne ba so ababa ye driver and ye de ba sa hye ne nsem na judgment of the police who are comment to be listening to the driver no
oh Ben
ofa I think say yare hosem by the nyame asese driver ni no ne omo ano omo wo car num no obia anhwere ne
transport no mu na
nipa ni bi free
challenge e wo mu on the nanim saa onto no no hu se bus ni gina ono or fa VIP ne nchen ansa na se ko hu se omo yesu so nchese ye sikwan no ma ba ku gina ne ba ku ko ahomache 1 am illumination bia so ni ho
fa yare hosem pa
illumination bia ni ho
ne be kan
se wu we ya chese wu
kwa because omo afiri mu yi e be den se o mistakes awakwa akoye no ama obi afa so ahwere ne
nkwa the way ye be hunu se ye take any disciplinary action against the police for citing sir
of I just a VIP no omo ye involved na ye basis no omo etu anamon se ne be ya omo be hold police no responsible for ne see ye na nya sa de a of any business as usual sa ne be ye na rete na chese ye de nti ye be ma busu afo no ya ko
wo sa circumstance we mu na eyewu papa be
enya papa na ye kan no say
Richard
yeah of ADAKABRI on say
the nipa do say na wu such circumstances mo Ghana
yeah ina me catch you say dia wo ehu eni dia weti enu na wo kan o besesi ye beka dia ye nti ye ana dia ye hu ye dia me catch you say Ghana wa manfro eko nyama
be da ho no o say military to take charge of Awoso Takoradi and Accra Kumasi road project nye dem ha ya ne yesi asoja for enkofa drip machines enko yesi adwuma no enye dem ha ya ne yete
yeah
and you can't say drip machines no yama 48 engineers regiment enko yesi adwuma
that is the way it's supposed to go
amane bu amanyame nshirawo
that is the way to go because military for no omu no mu one of the most disciplined group of people in our country we mu and omu so no integrity omu ni adwuma nti no the omu person they will be compromised. And to kwan bia so no they will do the right thing. But Ghana we me catch you say see e be the need to police force there of man we there.
But me say e kwan ya enye no. Ye the drip machines aba. Ya chiche the ama assembly bia. and a soldier for one so 48 regiment no ye pe Bailey Bridge in 10 time crown. One bet me it farmer soldier for
civilized
jurisdiction machines in all assemblies no cry e bia pack yo omo buy omo ntu
bridges, hospitals, markets, they be amika say some schools under trees thing, you know. If we are using the 48th Engineer Division of the Army year, and can we did not to be paying 600,000 Ghana cedis for a 3-unit classroom block?
I thought, sir, me can say as a radio ni yenya results, but I'm elated with this information. Sir, yet you can say as and some roadway, yama military no, yama me friend ni like Devanda.
And I say
it me for machines ni
of course. Now say omo in charge nusua. Who born dog? What you say? Who born dog? Now say men far away metua, men far structure away metua. Now when you abetu, you will not go scot free. And to the air can say the MTTU Department of Ghana Police Service no and here proper overhauling. And here proper education.
Omo nyina Ghana for omo nyina yenu ya.
Omo here proper adjustment.
Oh yenu ya no omo nyina. Yesuba anya.
And I make us say yesuba anya, but at the end of the day no till when of Adakabri?
My young king can message.
Till when?
Joe appear na the way I was saying there should have been signposting at least 100 meters to 150 meters away from the barrier to warn drivers of the police post ahead to slow down their vehicles before they get to the police post or barrier. At least, you know, or the signs to they are at the aba.
And to say, if say barrier will inima, move to me the reflectors. He said they are about 100 meters away, warning you that police barrier is ahead. And the police barrier na driver no bebre no sunoa. Ebia all banu, he said there will be surprise. Say barrier wa had the beer there. Only panu say every day there is a barrier there.
Where they need what the beer.
And it's a barrier no wa ha ene na ochina mu san peja barrier no. E ko tu be fro ochina mu san there about. What exactly are you looking for?
You are imagining what could have happened. Omo jina tobu for no. Na omo nyusu police barrier no. Crash barrier no. Na omo nyusu bi. Into omo tete car ni si wo sa no mkuta
torchlight.
It would do on more.
No, my flash torchlight now.
Into usually no driver phone in usually driver phone
nyina me kwasa me nyina.
Nti na omo de we ni besi ono.
Don usually driver phone nya den nyina. Into usually driver phone nyina no. And no na be mo decide say e de yen konkom mount barrier na no de we will forcibly stop them. Oh, I said no.
So, but yeah, why don't you do it intelligently? Not properly, intelligently.
Mate, I'm politics. I'm the politics. Na yedo do no so there.
No man beto to dia me baba no ho ade no hwem so betumi a asew na obeka ya jontuma miensa duku portmanteau this way chocolate drink na kan wo hwe afibia nso beri ni waware ni a this way chocolate drink na kan sia asew udan kan no ntumu ho me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho wo hade a wapi ho o ka sa batete eda fom won this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba ware yi
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ye sori anopa no ne ye nom ye be chef fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne ye nom ana this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkrato mu agye atum se eye
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know?
natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. We den kan no tumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka se batete e da fom won. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink ya sorry no pa no ne nom. Ye be chef fridge nom no say snack. Ye nya hoho anu ne de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne nom. And this way no ti anu a, he se kire wom, koko wom, prick wom, bibia wom, ade wo hia ne so hye.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so hye.
FDA ahwehwe say adwede nkratoe mo agye atum say eye.
NIT 100.9 FM Suni. Na ene Monday, July 21, 2025. Time just about gone 18 minutes to 4. In the studios, Richie Suma of the Movement for Change and Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party. Now, successful conference or bust conference?
Over, medawasi yepa, memfa kwenye sunchia osronko. Amenchia etiefo mpempemo a omutie NIT FM nwumre ofa adefefa ekoso last Saturday MPP etu anamom ekire se eba kan bi mamenka bi amanyo semo aye ya ade a yeti ase yie ni age atomu yie ne edika ne yebeda mpanimfo MPP mpanimfo a omotena ase hihye adwumadie no organizers omo hihye adwumadie no de ma the New Patriotic Party amanyoku nkrofo eba ho over. This is the first time I yakwa conference yekoba and both sides obia ekase ade a yabo ye ho modern aboa ama conference no aye successful. Ohwe media omo kasa se ebi ama ye 95%, ebia my 97. Over opponent kra na omo ba ho be eba be di dwumadie ni bi de boaye no omo nso akasa me ehu se dwumadie na edi ye no. In fact ya ye ni yie ya ya ma na ye fe ama omo boy abaso yie pa nti ofa ye beda party fo eba ye nyina se so omo ba ye nso na mra na ye hyehye ye kwaya ye fa so ayese ye mfa ni dwuma wo ho no omu nyina di mra no so kama ema bibia ye kama ade bia obebia no unya na 100% die but utimi hu se 97 98 amanfo amake ye no anche se ade a esefata no fa hwe dwumadie no nso ayekodi ye na enye business as usual se ye beko na ye putu up motion ane akoye ye ne aba betena se ene da bia ye kwa ne committee no ebeka bia no na party no age atum. This time around ankosa utimi se party for no wo hwe abra ye ready provisions no ne amendment ayaya obia carefully ekura ne constitution na ye ready se ne be ya ne esefata party ne se konanim no ye be hwe nti wo fa hwe Article 7 of the Constitution amendment ayeye no ade a naka ne papa mu na kire se eba se ye ba be ye elections wo polling station ye ba be ye elections wo electoral area ye be ye elections wo constituency ade a election committee at the regional level no appointed obi from region no wa ba be supervise polling station election constituency elections electoral area elections and no party for no dodo na ka say sa amendment no ana say sa mra na hye ho na omo pese ye to aso de ye adwuma no enya de a party ne ye ni je ho enya de a party for no agitum ema ne yeye nti wo hwa party no eto no ema committee no nso gitum say yes ne party no aka no eno ne betie nti going forward enya de a ye benya reps from region say omo na emra fam down part to the polling station level no omo me conduct elections ewo ho no omo wi a omo aba electoral area no omo asa akọ constituency sa emra na hye region mo omo ye appointment ni nyina na na no Saturday ye koto aba ye kokoye conference na e yade asamra no ye twam ye yi afiri ho ofa wo hwa so wo firi ho nom na wo ko article 54 and also eka about youth no age bracket essese yede ema omo person omo contest a youth organizer position no from the polling station akopem national no first no na age no ye 40 but this time around committee no contest no omo person omo twi age no e deba 35 years from 18 to 35 e yade a party no efi say samla no so na yade a mpanimfo de ba emwa eye party no nti samra no so no enya de a party ni gitumu ye kan no ama saa ho no say no 54 and 17 no enya de a eye adwuma nti saa amendment na e ba ho no enya de a party for no so omo anije ho omo gitumu a enye ye nti ampa no ya anyi antum ama sese no yetimi a make history a e kire say yakwa akoye conference amendment adodo na ye de bae no enya de a yekoye ye gi ni nyina atumu ebi wo ho no party ni fi say members ni fi say enya de a ye de ye adwuma a beboa party no so in all no na amendment yekoye ye ni nyina na ye 56 na ya de a party no eni age hu yie pa utimi hu say ahokeka from Saturday no ekoso wo mamu ha na ya de a party no peja efa ntemapa efra for 2028 elections a day anim nti ofa ahwa enen mframamu no amanfo enkyerkyere nsem no mu yie to the extent say obi wo hokra na onfre party panimu bi enyi nkyeremu no ono ankasa o kyeremu negatively no enya de a eboa
ma yemfa we say emremu kakra developing story the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, General Secretary, our line so discussions about raising transport fares. Any General Secretary Ninkomo. General, when you boy Moha. We are hearing about discussions at the level of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council. The transport operators desirous of say you may increase the route transport fares. Dear Nekoso.
You mean I'm a dassy. Michelle, TT for you. No question what ya one and a crack. Get a hundibi a cososa. They train him sing a me at Domoa and Chibiano, into Wuka Crababa. And the tennis say. Be bosumi ba kum yenu bi atwam yi na ya minister ni adwuma da bia because on one enom adwuma on friend say say no fuel no dollar ba fam kakra the fuel no ebo nso aba fam nti lorry fare so sen ko ma America kana ke fen hwehwe yen kuntamu sa anye bia so pass ma ya to di adwuma ne bo do be bo ya me ate lorry fare no so ana enam kwam senti ase ha da anye na kwa say I'm open in term kakra. Nti I am refugee to mu say better so 15%. Na chuma akonzo me buy na say to oro fe mu na me nyina abo kosoro. Nti say teso so a like say na me nyina abo be bafo. And so the Sunday trade dia e dey be any afe. And they announce 15% reduction. Ya teso wi you know. Hwe ansesa. Obia ni ho no mu a otene ne na so. In fact ye ne me di adwuma ne die. Do na akwa bone bo no kwa asa akosoro kwa eti ehu sa temu a ejina so te lorry fare no so no ye mo ne ehu akodi bi enya fa so bi enfrim enti anton council ye say the one city levy zu abeto everyday so petrol so no kwasem ne so he nkunta na omre abeto one city dom there abeto a liter of petrol so na ADAKABRI so sha coaches here Kukuma say VIP 4D be ne other ones now. On every trip when you are probably about 220 cities. Which is one city na ye 2 liter no so. We should truck for taxi for you obia on ya utia. Cargo trucks in the boss from kwa embe show. The end sounds so e be affecting operation team ka say operations cost no. Yes we need baby e dey come. We were answer na a lot of fares. I'm a call me nyame ba say me fa wo chi yare o nti sana ende a ene na etu ngotwe ba bi a twere ba bi a ye di free ye no ye san ko echi ni ehwe se betimi ene kakra da ka ho de ate operational cost no so a enti kita ho de guso cost so a edin pa enche bia no se motisi atumu a mama no nyemo wa
that just say it asemi ase ya na discussions ni gina say or revert it to the original prices now do 15% in account and possibly taking notice of a 1 cedi per liter additions no would it be a further 5-10% ever some become 15% no just to ensure say ubitimi anya bi so dey ahwe operations.
Fantastic in this year ankomodie no ekos nyame adoma ochena ben to be san hia na adwene ho kra na ehu reporting a de bi frase enti nyame adom se na ekọ no de emse obi anso na ye adwe enti sia na de a decision ya take because 15% na ngasa de tifia lorfe so the whole of last year until lorfe mo in the until lorfe mo no na nke ehwe kwan se enka this year no ye be review your price operational inputs ni fuel ni ade na na se hu be yansa ke be aja se na kakra wi a ana ja omame anya omsan force ye kra ma esan etisi enti ye me na do se etum enti ye ne de me na na medical aka no nyame adomo a enti bia no betete abetum le percentage so de beto abonten
make us so no outstanding a year levy to protect and answer to improve road safety no so kra no yen kama ninsi
fantastic e hone asem no no so kra bo no another 3% 4% bia no so abeka operational cost no endi ara ga say e di akire aye ho onye ba ho so no o ka ne say kra ba wontimi nya sakra na diamond na say na me kokumase e free and some e kodu amasama kodu some bishia coaches be 4 a omunyina tare from because either some balu apai and almost spring ebu amomunyina aka from ho na so run operation say e kokumase 2 trips na so be spend the ska we apart from once in abetria na nenya nyuma na ye o that na good because trot for crampon who calculate here trot for in a month no trot will pay over about 700 cedis into the fund. It is almost a normal say we dey enkaja ye register na nke dey aboa me dey kwan mpodia na nke be fa nsa e say kra obetie crampon so a roto ye sign introduce roto no ma be introduce no ya na twa 1 cedi dey 10 cedis yes coach got 20 cedis na for it no sir it's going to be something else sir ya nhwe ya start BBC ya be ru ye ho be kire yen tra homa abana homa kraman enkaye di but ya nhwe ni ya yesi edi ehunhu a ompra ba betete oche
no kre ompra ba so de sa be kutu anu ni suma bi anye enti kakra so ho no se yetena dem one ye hwehwe se Ghana Armed Forces 48 Regiment engineers no ho na se kwan no contractor no sikari nyen wie pay de a enka drip machines here de ba ye district road improvement project enka yen command ye machines na yen fama ye 48 Regiment Armed Forces no fam why and we are elated to hear say the Minister for Defense was say aye Accra Kumasi route no ye de be ma soldier for ma omotimi ama na ye motorable de amaye na takrade apoa agran kwanta eno so ye de ama soldier for no matimi ama na motorable de amaye obaka no say asem de ne ate
asempa nanso wa kan se ne abaye no eno so difference mienu na so mbe kra be wi a nia etwa de ya se no de da no be send ko boy kra be se tua be sian no so be di kakra me ya fine ma ho ya san mu ekwan ko si amo sama ko si san mu na problem won solve yes some be di but solve problem and negative the fact that ade na ye kan no ye ni nyina so eti misra say ye no mum die o ma kan ya sempa ye gitum o mumabo enye honko a wona wa pedwa kwa no so fi nkoko kwa sankare
ye bypasses ni nyina no mo hwe ni nyina man
o mo rules ni nyina man ni nyina ye beboa ame nyina ho han ye kakra but ye no san adwe ye no san dey say e say to your friend dey betu
yo general nyaminshira why
me da asumi no
General Secretary of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, Ura Wahine Yabua, and Wataneno. Lorry fares set to rise between 20-25%. Richard.
Yeah, ADAKABRI before member Saru. Ben.
Okay, kasa.
So the congratulatory messages now. The one was Richard. First set to rise 20-25%.
You offer ADAKABRI. In fact, cost of running transport business is very expensive. But said driver for be using the 1 cedi now or mudi liter of fuel as a justification for the increment of lorry fare need the minimum we live in this country. Prices of fuel so to me cost 17 in 80 bar form. Say government way or per se. Oh yeah, there be no behind here. You have decided to add this one cedi without letting the public know. He could have decided behind the scenes, say we are increasing it by 1 cedi and nobody will care and nobody will know.
How?
Unim say even after the implementation of the 1 cedi levy, we are still buying fuel around 11 cedi 50 pesos. I say 11.99. Some are selling 13. Some are selling 12 something. And I make sure say. That is in addition to the 1 cedi. So ideally, we wouldn't have known if they don't tell us. The American say, Omuka say when they reduce prices, no other subtesters, maybe food, medicine, or any other thing that is associated with cost of living, no, a beba from they didn't see it like that. And the Omuba esambe tumu akodia omuji before. Mini omu ya adwin. Say, if they were expecting that prices of food and other things would drop, now and dropping, and based on that, Omufu said they have been shortchanged. They have been shortchanged because and based on that, we are going back to our old first there. Maybe so be it. And then 2, the road networks no Ghana no, very, very, very horrible. And it's a ban running transport business. They are meaning say cost of spare part. We producing shiwa brake bands from Ghana, shock absorbers Ghana, crush discs Ghana, pressure plate Ghana, bibia hot bearing kran hot bearing kranu bearing Ghana. And so on my bank kran Ghana no oil man bank kran aden. So if they are increasing it based on these 2 areas near my boss who said we have been shortchanged, we are expecting reduction in other sectors, and Basu, road network, and Kosuye, and based on that, we feel that cost of running our business bad, and better adjustment kakra dia ban anima. So be it. Media mean to me konkase adentina omupere omubetisu by the grace of God no. Ebia I may not be affected, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't speak for the other ordinary people on the street. And the Babiano will take it like that. But your best sure will say maybe increasing it back to the 15%. They should consider if they can do 10% increment, so that at least they can also say you're feeling the plight of the citizens. No, say at least you're back to 10%, at least something like that. But if they want to go back to 15%, me. Well, like I said, by the grace of God, I drive. So whatever they want to do is none of my business.
Over Memphis MPP, the no crown tonche. Because our mama second chance, and I can can't be him. Because so far no more na mo achichi muama Ghana fuate your constitution amendment ya kwaye no mo ate ase. Offer abra wo ye interview ni sisi amete se na man na ka se roto na ye de ba no kra no. Omo mutu ya 1 Ghana cedi na na wo hodada no. Ye de ba omo betu ya 10 cedis and also 2 cedis.
10 cedis.
10 cedis o. Car na tu ya 1 Ghana cedi.
The bus is no be 20 cedis.
Na e ba betu ya 10 Ghana cedis. If it's a statement of fact there, na che say eno na kire atrimodin aban ene aban bone a yakofa beto yeso wo mamu a. Ofa minua na kasa no wo say mamu ntumu 15%. Na kebi a mu betimi aye ne be 10% de amaye ya. Yeti wo mamu ha when na aban be na abo mamu hanom a watimi atofu wa liter ba kumu 1 Ghana cedi da ye tre ha ya ka se ka ban no so start se obetumu be se 50 pesos 40 pesos 30 pesos na chese wo ka bomu 1 gallon a na chese otu ya be se 5 cedis se ne be ya going forward no obetumu kakra o man so a wo se 1 liter wo koto a eye 1 Ghana cedi of last week me tofu 30 liters Mituya 388 Ghana cedi 95 pesos. And none of pay me by meto the same 30 liters no. Mituya 488 cedi 95 pesos. Na metiha na so obi onu kokumase VIP kokumase. Unim how many liters are obeto dia kokumase aba. Na chese ofa aban we ya ban a ensemo a woka wo opposition nyina eye entro ne nada wode be dada Ghana for gi to me ne woka ye bi oso obe reset Ghana bi ado eye entro wodi to levy ese ba na obi onu tua 1 Ghana cedi ene wo baba betua 10 Ghana cedis yenya hu hwe Ghana for this is just the beginning ye ka kire mo say ye wura John Dramani Mahama only 4 years Onya accountable to Ghanaians say obesa aba say ye oba be stress ye nto aba mani biem enti ade bi obeye bia no enya de a obedwen Ghana for ho ene da ho no enne ye ka se fuwe mo da roma muti fuwe so enya DC for na de bo mo safo yen say na John Dramani Mahama president buy enne ya te fuwe so ama fuwe na ba fam lorry fare ya te so ama Ghana for ho ato mo and just 3 months 3 months kura ye ntimi enjoy sa fuel reduction na buy no sa sika na omo say abehye ye botom no any 3 months and ye wura John Dramani Mahama asa the 1 Ghana cedi liter na de asa betu so biem na pesa driver for omo de omo enko adwuma no omo moka omo ni abusua omo wo yire omo wo ma omo wo nipa bebiri omo hwe omo enti mesre to a omo tum no sa president mpese omo beto transfer fare no mu dia ene esa 1 Ghana cedi no ode aba no onyin free wo enti sa omo nso no 50% no kro omo so omo tum de so ofa omo mfa bi kura nka ho because omo ye ni 50 kura still omo beboka enya de omo benya sales kura omo ntimi nye sales ene omo atimi akwa omo abusuafo ofa wo check wa ha sesi ya say wo kura bus na say wo top fuel 50 liters na say wo de koba John Dramani Mahama president etewo 50 Ghana cedis. It is auto 500 liters auto 500 Ghana cedis. And no ye chobo ye John Dramani Mahama any ato force any John Jinapo ete Ghana ni bia utofu ano matu chobo of I decide ye wait no memwa oba abe reset Ghana ama ye nwato ye ene de waba abe reset Ghana no kuye ama Ghana fo nyina wa yem enye no nso na promise ye enti ye besre sa to levi na eba no asesi ya menya hint say utu ya 1 Ghana cedi say ko 10 cedi basa etu ya 5 Ghana cedi ene ye de ko 20 Ghana cedis offer sadie we nya de ya be pene na preachna ye demonstration kese ya pa ene a driver for ne timamufo nyina ya betente su kokko de akira ban say mitu ya 1 Ghana cedi eni 2 years na so the road to say ba o ba be me 10 Ghana cedis adai but ne be de aye yewura John Dramani Mahama ene NDC
so ben eye nyabotwe na John Dramani Mahama no so on ye bi why onu so on ye bi na ye hwe the way anema beko better oh the American say 15% ni de member mu manu brusu ali omo de be 15 kura be fa no sa
very 15 would you too I say enti fuel no is this not cheaper than Akufo-Addo's price?
Oh my god.
Which one? Obusa say is the fuel still not cheaper than the Akufo-Addo price?
So fuel is cheaper of ADAKABRI. Let me fatwa.
The annuity. Yeah, nasty. Right. Your Benjamin Nisari of the New Patriotic Party and Richmond Richard Suma of the Movement for Change.
About to change it to a party.
About to change to a party. And the interim executives in I am Omokwaji interim certificate no. Yamin Shramuba. But for now, the Bekofi, if you're not here, Kono, one of the Ekofi, Ulakoku Michael, on the Abnamoe, DJ Foreigner, Omne de Bekofi, Nomade Beko Jojo.